Hey, what up, Anthony? How you doing? Good evening, V-Town. Gamers for Days. What's up, brother? Hey, Ron. Good evening. How are y'all? Hey, Tony. What's up, dude? Hey, that should be here Saturday, by the way. Just seen that just a bit ago. Get my microphone set here properly. Hi, Robert. Good evening to you. BD. Good evening. Hi, Jocelyn. Good evening. Just opened YouTube. Nice. Just opening up just in time. That is awesome. How's the audio sound, y'all? Sound okay? Everything sound alright? Yeah, it's gonna be really nice. The telescope will get here Monday, if I remember right. Pretty sure it's that Monday. Hi, Carmen. Good evening. How are you? Sounds good. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Super awesome. We got a little bit of atmospheric turbulence coming through. You can see here. It's a bit turbulent up there tonight. 10:16 for you. Same here. Same here. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. So it's Central Time as well. A little bit more up close and personal with the moon tonight. You know, it looks really good. So much going on in these beautiful areas. You see the Terminator line starting to come across. 10:16. Nice. All is well. Yeah, I'm doing really well. I'll say I'm doing really well. Enjoying the views of the moon tonight. I looked at R2 Swan just a bit ago, the comet. The moonlight was just a little too much, though, to capture it. I grew up in Wisconsin, BD. Nice. You ready? You might get to see some auroras tonight up in Wisconsin. It's very possible. Very possible that you'll be able to see some of the aurora borealis up there. Move a little faster. I know. I really want a better view of him one day. Dang, I know, right? I mean, I really want to capture auroras, to be honest. Kind of crazy. Full clouds in Iowa tonight. It was the same here. They finally pushed out, though. So hopefully pretty quick for you as well, Robert. Hopefully they push out just as soon. I hope. Definitely hope so. It's going to be the Sea of Crisis that we're looking at mostly right here. A little dark patch on the side here. Sea of Crisis. Do I like burritos? I do. I don't mind them. Do not mind burritos. This is the moon. Chiefs fan, Red Kingdom. What's up, buddy? Glad to have you in. Yep, this is our moon here. Enjoying the views of the moon tonight. Gorgeous moon, too. Hi, Mo. Good evening. Yacht Channel, how we could get close like this. Reminds me of Bruce Yacht Channel. I'm not sure who that is. What a boring planet by. Huh? I mean, your life seems boring, so take it what you want. If you want to go watch girls dance on YouTube or something. Seem kind of like that person. Where's that moon base? Someone's harassing Jenny. I know, right? So with the name. Sound weird, like if I. That's so wild. That's super wild. Hey, Kyle, what up, brother? Hi, Isabella. Good evening to you. How are you? Good evening. How was your night? Chiefs got hit. What happened, man? What the bots get you for? Red Kingdom, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Here it was beef, cheese, refried beans, tomatoes, and some ketchup. Oh, don't judge it, dude. When you said ketchup, I don't know. Hi, Jerry. Good evening. How are you? Have a giant holes in our atmosphere, right? Any way to track it to see if there is a difference in clarity looking through those? I mean, you definitely do if you don't have atmosphere and you can look through, like holes, for example. You'd definitely be able to, but there's none that we know of. Yeah, it's not beautiful. It's like really beautiful tonight, Jerry. How you doing, brother? How's your night out there? Smell the Sea of Tranquility? Oh no, is that what he was saying? Oh crud. Skywatcher 150p or the C-Star S30 or Refractor from SV Bunny. Oh, that's a tough one, Robert. Just depends on what you want to do. Glad to hear more fans out there. Yeah, so I'm outside of Kansas City, so I got to be a Chiefs fan. You filmed the moon last night. We did. We live streamed the moon last night. How do you catch a bear on the moon? Let's hear it, Jocelyn. How do you catch a bear on the moon? Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate it, brother. Bounce, good evening to you. Ketchup is just tomatoes. I mean, not just tomato sauce. You can get a lot of vinegar and stuff. Can you please donate for some decent gear? Poor Matt. Matt thinks he's a cool troll, but at the end of the day, he's just a troll. 11, you asked for a telescope. My mother gave me a microscope. Ah, no way. No way. Hi, Robert. Good evening. How are you? Shannon, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate that. Good evening, Lewis. What's up, brother? Can't we see the flag in the moon from James Webb Space Telescope and still go far away? James Webb, you can't point back. You point back and hit the sun. Just wouldn't be good. There's other things you can look at the flag, though, with. Hey, what up, Longbeard? How you doing, brother? Seeing strange objects moving? Honestly, no. The moon is so beautiful. It really is. Flying high. Good evening. How are you? Pick the stars. Seems so easy. Yeah. It's just really wide field, so you don't get like planetary views very well with it, obviously, but deep space, moon, sun, stuff like that look good in the sea star. Seen the moon rise today? Oh, that was so nice. Now that's so cool. That's super awesome. Why tire tracks? It's not tire tracks, it's ejecta, debris that's blown out during impacts. Just debris blown out during impacts. It's going to be really bright over here. So this is going to be impact. Let me see if I can pause some of the brightness here. It's going to be the impact crater Tycho over here. You can see the debris that gets blown out from it. Go back up to it. Beautiful Tycho. This is named after Tycho Brun, which is a Danish astronomer. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous impact crater. Let's roll the sounds. Which sounds? I mean, there's the music, and then you can probably hear it through my mic for sure. Lunar orbit, can't remember the name. Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, LRO. LRO. Dogs on the moon. No, it's just in the background here. Just in the background. Next time it'd be the S30 or the S50 for the DOS second. It'd be pretty cool. That'd be really cool. Dust naturally and luminance. I mean, it has about like, I wouldn't say luminance, but it has a reflectivity rate that we normally talk about being roughly on average about 12% though. Bruce C's all filmed. I don't think I've ever seen that one. I don't know anything about Bruce C's all filmed. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Not sure that I actually seen that. Yeah, we definitely have a gorgeous moon though. Where's Pandora? Over by Saturn. It's over by Saturn. It's a cool rock. We definitely have a cool rock. I capture. That's cool. Oh May, what up, Oh May? How are you doing? How's your night? And colleague, good evening to you. Good evening. I think the moonlight is cool, just in perspective of the spectrum of moonlight. Right, the coolest rock, I would agree. Definitely my favorite pet rock. Definitely is my favorite pet rock. Scone Gray, that's awesome, brother. Glad to see you tonight. It's your moon that we had last night in our sky in Australia. It was. Was the moon so bright? Would it be bright if we went on it? I mean, it'd still be relatively bright, yeah. You just wouldn't have an atmosphere above you. Yeah, definitely looking really beautiful tonight. I'm enjoying it. I like this impact crater right here on the side. Let's pull it up a little higher. Get a little bit more light so we can see it. It's a really beautiful impact crater right here. So this is going to be the Sea of Fecundity that we're looking at here, and then you see some really gorgeous impact craters on the bottom. Looks like a wheel cheese, nice. Used to not have a moon, that's fine. They can claim whatever. What small bright spots, younger impact craters. Hey, from Space City, USA. What up, Thomas? You down in Texas, huh? How's your night? Totally second processing things. Go to 150p. Might be a lot more fun for you. Oh, yeah. You want to explain how they're going to get to the rocket and the moon to get to the... I did not watch it. I do not watch it. Honestly, I don't watch too many videos, per se, of anything at the end of the day. I ain't got that kind of time. Have you seen an unidentified craft moving near the moon? No, it'd have to be like super, super large to see it if it's near the moon at that distance. Lean down, keep accident hidden sin before I can finish. Oh, it's all good. I'd say Bruce sees all film structures and movement on the moon. Tally pathway. Okay, go. I got you. How technically is that just proves we never went to moon? I mean, you can believe whatever you want, Trey. Peak in the middle is actually further than Ripple. Now, the peak in the middle is what we call central peak. Yeah, very close to it, though. His brother still keeps his content up. That's cool. 150, you'll need to buy a camera to go with it. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. What is he? On the evening in October 2016, a couple months ago, somebody else posted on live stream that they also seen the moon disappear morning. Another date though. Like, that's cool. Go to the dark side of the moon. We're looking towards the dark side of the moon. If you're talking about the ninth base. Can you see the American flag? Not with the mic. I don't have anything that strong. I'm talking too fast. I'm trying to slow it down a little bit. There's a lot of comments to go through, and I try to cover as many comments as possible. And of course, people are making the Nightbot angry apparently tonight. Ordinary, what up, buddy? How you doing? How's your night? How big are those craters that we see? On average, about 20 miles wide. Roughly on average, roughly 20 miles wide. But then we see a lot of large ones. Like, for example, let me see if I'm pulled over. This one down here is about 60 miles wide. The one's really well defined. I'll pull it up a little bit. That's roughly about 60 miles wide. How about makes itself angry? It does. Yeah, it definitely does. Imagine the moon is like a chalky tree. Ooh. That's wild. Come Stardust. What's that? Power enough to flag. Hubble could. Just why would you point Hubble to it? You can look up stuff on like India, Japan, China, Russia. All took photographs of the flags and other objects on the moon. That we're looking at. Yep, this is going to be the Sea of Fecundity. The dark mass that we're seeing here, Sea of Fecundity. The dark mass on the top right is going to be the Sea of Tranquility. This crater is also shallow looking, just because you're looking at it from a perspective of the distance, and so it appears shallow, but they're not. They go up to like 7 miles deep. They're relatively deep. I'm not sure, but it has a nice atmospheric feel to it. It does have an exosphere, but you're right. What's up, Blue Flame? How's your night, bud? Zoom in really, really close to Google Earth and see the landing sites and what's that? Yeah, with the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter mapping that they do. Some craters have centers in them. Yep, perfectly centered. That is correct. Yep. Central peaks, by the way. The shadow depth just fine. That's cool. Sea of Fecundity. This is the Sea of Fecundity here. Where the aliens at? I don't know. Honestly, I have no clue for it. Your eyes don't deceive you. That's fine. I mean, you can go for whatever you want. No one really gives a crap. Just say you're a flat earther already. Everybody knows you want to say you're a flat earther. Humans in 2100 ETs and food. Nice. Hi, Jeremiah. Good evening. How are you? Good evening. I just like when some people beat around the bush instead of just saying it. I mean, whatever, man. I don't care what your thoughts are, to be honest. Honestly, don't care at the end of the day. Imagine if they LiDAR the moon. They are. The Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter does LiDAR the moon. Permanent visitor. How's it going? How's your evening? Good evening. The darker regions, it's going to be Bosnic lava. These are Bosnic lava regions. Endless tea. Oh, I know. We need to see of endless tea for sure. That'd be great. The moon's 1,000 miles away. That's fine. I mean, you can believe what you want, dude. I'm not here to try to convince you of anything other. You can ask questions. I'll give you my answers. But I honestly don't care at the end of the day what your beliefs are. Like, it's not my responsibility for you. You're definitely drinking the Kool-Aids, because here's the thing: the difference of what a person goes through when you have evidence compared to a person just spewing the nonsense that they heard from someone else. That don't matter to me at the end of the day. Any recommendations for a starter or home telescope, or just ask the internet? Honestly, it depends on what you want to do. It gets a little bit wild when you think about what kind of telescope to get, but binoculars are honestly a really good way to do stuff. I definitely would say binoculars are awesome. No one cares what your common sense is, man. Binoculars are definitely a good way to go with it. Beyond that, like a tabletop Dobsonian usually ends up being a really good telescope for a lot of beginners to start out with. Specific things that change you look for when watching the moon over time, perhaps. So the shadow effect comes across through what's called the Terminator line, and so you get to see a lot of really cool different regions or different impact craters, different details per se. And I think that's what I truly enjoy the most when I look at the moon. It's got to just 80% of the time. Actually, no. I'm located near Kansas City. I'm over by Kansas City. What are the craters on the moon? It does move out of an atmosphere. So craters are from impactors. So stuff like asteroids to comets, space trash, meteoroids, micrometeoroids, stuff like that. Does it have an atmosphere? It does not. It has an exosphere, but not an atmosphere. What's a dark area of the moon? That's volcanic lava regions. These make up the Marias on the moon, or what are called the seas, the bays, and the ocean. You deny what Earth would research it. Wait, what? Try to do that in English again. I can't read that. I don't even know what you're trying to say. Honestly, have no clue what you're trying to say there. No clue. Either probably has 100 times zoom. See the phone that was put out. Some astrophotographer put together millions of frames overplayed for the most detailed photo of the moon. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I remember which one you're talking about. The most detailed image ever of the moon. That was crazy cool. So much data. Like crazy amount of data. See it, Cody? On the left side here. Right next to the chat. Hold up a little better. See it, Cody? Right there, that dark mass. Does the moon have a magnetic field? It used to. No longer does. Where are the bright white spots? These are younger impact craters that we see on the moon. Can we film the sun too? We can. We do have specialized filters to be able to do it. Hey, Bass, what's up, buddy? How's your night? Good evening. The moon gets out moonquakes. Yep, the moon does have moonquakes. Does have moonquakes. Any living thing on the moon? There is not. The dark is water. It's not. It's volcanic lava, ancient solidified lava. But they're called the seas, the bays, and the ocean on the moon. Ancient astronomers, they look up at the moon and actually thought it was water, and so that's where it started getting named like that. Which year of the moon the landing occurred? Is it known which? Yeah, there's several of them, obviously, but Apollo 11's right here. We're looking into the area where Apollo 11 is. Did you imagine it tastes like blue cheese? No way. No way. Blows your mind. Yeah, I agree. Remember the middle and hit it, and it rang like a bell for hours. Let's go to the moon. So it does occur. It don't ring like a bell per se, but you see the vibrations that go through the sides of meters. Learn anything from the moon landings? Example, rocket samples. Yeah, a ton. Like the moon is very well studied at this point. Very well studied. Oh, May, brother, thank you so much, dude. I was part of the channel and be a member. Dude, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much, bud. Thank you so much, May. Mirrors left on the moon and zoom in on the flag. So we can find the mirrors if we use lasers. They're really small, by the way, the mirrors are, but you can bounce lasers off them. But if you really want to, look up the show Mythbusters and then do retroreflective mirrors, the episode they do it on that. Hi, Karen. Good evening. How are you? Hi, Maya. Good evening. Foreign planetary body is quite surreal, especially known in interaction gravitationally with the Earth. Yeah, that is true. I could see that. Absolutely. I can definitely see that. Hi, Wendy. Good evening. How are you? How's your night, Wendy? Thanks, Cindy. Thank you so much. One of the mirrors on the moon. There are mirrors that were left behind on the moon from the Apollo missions, also from Luna missions, which was the USSR. They were left there so we could actually bounce lasers off of and detect like how far away the moon is and such like that. So now we know that the moon leaves us at about 1.437 inches per year. Because of the sun reflecting. What was your question on? My bad. Must have missed your question. Must have missed the actual question there. Can you repeat the episode name? Retroreflective mirrors on Mythbusters. Who owns the moon? No one does. No one does. No one can own the moon. What's your favorite area on the moon? Honestly, right here, by the Sea of, we talk about area, I would go with the Sea of Crisis itself. We kind of pulled up a little better. I think it's a really gorgeous area on the moon. If any of you guys watch Landfall, this is basically where they landed at. You think the moon landing was real? Yeah, absolutely. More evidence show that it is real than there was in the opposite direction. Have light when you walk at night, because the moon itself don't have anything to do with our night here, if that's what you're asking. I assume that's what you mean. Why does it have light when you walk at night? Like, we look up and see the moon because there's the sunlight's still bouncing off of it. A whole lot of spaceships popped up. How'd you do if a whole bunch of spaceships pop up? That'd be pretty crazy. That'd really be crazy. You're misinformed, says Rillo. Oh, you need a profile picture too, man. Did the moon go dookie? What? Submoon theoretically possible for me in search and space engine format. Somewhat. You can have a sub-moon, but the moon would have to be much further away than what it is when you're talking about like a lot of these type of things. Did the moon got that one already? Star Wars fans? No, I'm not much into Star Wars. What would you do if a whole lot of spaceships popped up? That'd be really crazy. What do you think is on the dark side of the moon? There's no dark side of the moon. It's just a song, by the way. With the far side of the moon, a ton more impact craters. A lot more impact craters. At all times, 50% of the moon is receiving sunlight. There's areas, though, like near the South Pole, North Pole, where sunlight doesn't get into the deep impact craters there. And it's super cool, and that's where we find the ice water. And it's right about like negative 400, negative 410 degrees. Do you have a favorite crater or rock feature? A crater, I would go definitely Tycho. Tycho's such a beautiful impact crater. Rock feature, I would have to probably go with the mountain ranges at that point, especially over near like the Sea of Showers. Favorite planet, if you have one? Oh, definitely ours. Definitely ours. Before viewing Jupiter. Look like water in front of it. Outer atmosphere. It's atmospheric turbulence in outer atmosphere. But here's the mountain range I was talking about right here on the bottom side, that darker mass on the top. What you think? Is there a base on the moon? There's not. I think theme park would be cool on the moon. It would be pretty wild. Definitely would be wild. How often is the far side impacted? All the time. The moon itself is being impacted all the time. It's pretty crazy how often it gets impacted. Max zoom, not insulting, just wondering. No, we can definitely zoom in a ton more. We can even put up larger telescopes and go for it. Some of the astronauts that landed there say that they've seen UFO. I've never seen anything like that. Honestly, I think you get AI videos and stuff like that that doesn't happen like that, but I've never seen them actually make a mention of that at all. Do you believe there was an ancient civilization on the moon? I do not. Recommendation for a starter telescope that will work well. Probably a tabletop Dobsonian is what I would probably recommend. If you want something that would work well and be like a starter, probably a tabletop Dobsonian would kind of be what I'd mention. The moon protects us from meteors, deadly and non-deadly light. Honestly, no. At the end of the day, honestly, no. Honestly, no. Has field travel more efficiently? Okay. Put a telescope on the moon, look at the stars from there. That's kind of actually a game plan to put like 3 different telescopes on the far side of the moon. That would be really intelligent. You just wouldn't have the atmosphere to deal with, so, and it'd be a lot cheaper than sending out like James Webb Space Telescope. Watching views of the moon or planets like this. We do planets as well. You're welcome. Gee, absolutely. Can we point to another planet maybe for like 30 seconds? So Saturn's on the opposite side of the sky. Let's see what's really close. I know Uranus is really close to us here, but the moonlight's going to drown us out. Soon Jupiter will be high enough we'll be able to hit it. Saturn is just way on the other side. It's got to take a bit, just travel to that side. Where there are different shades of gray, it's just different isotopics or different minerals on the moon itself. The darker sides are going to be bosonic lava that we see here, though. A lot of people ask about that, so I assume that's kind of what you mean. These dark regions, these are the bosonic lava regions. You live often? I am. I'm here. I try to be here every night as long as we don't have clouds. Put a telescope out of a crater. That'd be wild. That'd be really cool. Go to spot, see Saturn recently or planning on it. I did it just a bit ago. We Chance was in here as well. We did it in Discord. We just looked at for just a bit, but the atmosphere is a little bit turbulent tonight. I was going to start out doing Saturn tonight, but the atmosphere is just a bit turbulent. And volcanic. That is correct, as in like volcanic lava. You missed the big moon yesterday. You did. It was gorgeous last night. Yeah, funny thing is, and then like the next week you're gonna come in and be like, do you ever look at anything besides Saturn? It's so funny. And Nor, both questions. Bye. Okay, bye, Felicia. Hey, Norway, what's up? How's your night? How's your night going? Someone said he sounds smart to someone dumb. We'll ask your question. Let's see how far we can go down the road. When's the moon closest? When it's in perigee. If that's what you're asking. When it goes through perigee, through the elliptical orbit. Had a really spooky shot of the moon on the way home. Ah, fun to see it zoomed in now. Ah, dude, that's so cool, Jer. That's really awesome, brother. How come we cannot see the 60s moon landing spots? You can. Just, you gotta have something really powerful to do so. Angular resolution, though, is probably what you're looking for. Hey Sean, how you doing? Good evening. Is there any ice on the moon? There is. There's ice water on the moon. Was the moon once lava? There, we do see the lava on there. The moon once at one point was molten, but it would have been more rock molten at that point in the beginning phases of the creation of the moon. Makes the moon redder and bigger on some nights. The atmosphere, different things in the atmosphere does it. I see the moon during the daytime so often, many times, numerous days in a row, because it orbits around Earth. It orbits around us as we're going around the sun. So sometimes you see it in the day, sometimes you see it at night. Hates his toenails after all. That's funny, dude. Hi, a little bit. How you doing, buddy? Good evening to you. Molten moon would look so cool. Yeah, absolutely. I would agree. I think it'd look really cool. I appreciate you, buddy. Was it gray and light, or dark and light? It's just different ice topics, different minerals here. What if we could drink the ice water up there? You could. This is actual ice water. Moon temperature on the side that faces us, it can, as the sun comes around during the day period of the moon, it's about like 240, 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And then as the night phase comes around, it drops down to about like -20, -30, -40. Just depends on the area. Hola, Nico. ¿Cómo está, güey? Looks like stars on it, does it? I don't see any stars on it. I see younger impact craters, that's much more illuminating. Heard about moonlighting, is that true? There's an effect that appears like that within the craters where some of the energy gets collected from like solar winds, for example, or like the charged particles. Start a company called Moonwater, that'd be funny. Did the ice come from a comet? No, it probably came most likely from either asteroids or even from the formation, the early formations. Is there anything metaphysical about the moon, or is it just rock? There's quite a bit of different things on there, but I mean, for the most part, we would consider it rock, but there's a lot of different things on there. For example, like charged or double ionized particles of like oxygen, for example. Or again, no O3. Heard about the moon lighting, is that true? It is somewhat true. There's some areas that do that. Weird phenomenon, though. Why has the moon been so big lately? It has been a super moon. Can you zoom out? This is the most I can zoom out with the current setup. Plastic lava is made up of iron and magnesium. No silica, which is why it's there. Correct. Different isotopes in there. Is there volcanic tubes? There are volcanic tubes on the moon. They destroy themselves before they technically advance. Or does the star swallow? Who knows? I don't have the answer to that. If the moon did get hit by an asteroid and explodes like the moon explodes, it takes something really big to do that. Which brings mountain rock and mountain water, dang. The darker points, can they eventually be used as lake man-made? No. You'd have to figure out a way to like get a comet or come in, hit it, and you start getting a lot of moisture, but the problem is like it would all just evaporate. No way to actually maintain it that way. Orbit the moon makes it bigger and smaller. What? Let's miss them. Has the water on the huge asteroid plummeting towards Earth, and from what I've heard, due to make contact with the Earth in November. What's the trip? I'm not too sure which one you're speaking of there at all. What up, TCR? How you doing? Good evening. Ever heard the craters on the moon look similar to the continents on Earth, but opposite? Honestly, no. Never seen that. I know people will like to make that claim, but when you compare it, I just don't see it at all. Do you have a space type topic? Planetary science. Strange thing that you've heard of, seen on the moon? Honestly, nothing. If Martian could mine the moon, how much moon would the moon Martian moon? Dang. Dang. Really, really big one. Did you hear we're planning to go on going to the moon? Yeah, probably like 2029 is gonna be like a closer date. I would imagine it's gonna be actually in the beginning of 2030s. As far as like landing, that's Artemis 3. Where they make the pies on the moon. Little tiny spots like asteroid hits. Yeah, they're younger impact critters. Especially the ones that you see that are very bright. Just hadn't had the solar wind come down through and like dim them off with the radiation. Juice, what up, Juice? Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. How's your night, bud? How you doing, Juice? Thank you so much, buddy. What's the strangest thing you've heard of or seen on the moon? Honestly, nothing. Never seen anything I would say is strange. It's a more nice. Taking a picture of the 60s moon landing spots with the rubber flag, etc. Yeah, India, Japan, China, Russia all took photographs of them. And even the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter takes photographs of them. This road is, yeah, that's the moon live right now. Move up to the top. We're at. Which area, Mike? How rare is our moon? I mean, it's kind of a tough one. In perspective, it is the largest body when it comes to the planet that orbits, but it's the 5th largest moon in our solar system. It's mostly the same isotopes that we see here, which is not a very common scenario that you see with moons. But are there other moons like this out there? Yeah, very much so. Hello, I'm back. Hey, welcome back, bud. How you doing? Yo, Johnny, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Come back to the moon. Bet people still wouldn't believe it. I know, absolutely. Absolutely. Johnny, good evening, buddy. How are you doing? Good evening. Hey, Roman, how's it going? Hands will ask us for a passport or call us illegal aliens? Maybe, I don't know. Not sure what it even has to do with anything. Is there proof that we can change color, that it can change color over the years? What do you mean by change colors? For example, like turn it into like a blue type moon or a green moon or something like that? What exactly do you mean by changing colors, though? Can you view Mars? I think it's visible tonight. It's set with the sun. It's really close to the sun right now. The moon is weird. Matt, that's funny. I think the moon's weird. Funny pattern in the moon, string, or crater paths. Not really. Like, I don't see much of a pattern, per se. Blue to red. Oh, yeah, no. Nothing for it to do that. Are those mountains? There's several mountains on the moon. Most of the, like, notable mountains, and you can see some over here, even. You'll start seeing some near the, like, the Sea of Crisis here. You'll see some of the mountain ranges. See if I can get enough brightness, though. I can actually see it a little better. You can see some of the mountain ranges here, like on the Sea of Crisis. Also, some of the most gorgeous ones are going to be up here by the Sea of Showers. Kind of move in that direction. Go the right way. There's really beautiful mountains here that we'll be able to see as the Terminator line starts to come through. Ever heard of the moon full lost form? I got no clue about anything like that. Robert, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Our generation made a great deal over the red moon. I got you. Yeah, mountains on the moon are super beautiful. Honestly, I like the mountains on the moon. They're interesting features for sure. Can you part of the moon, or is it the moon too big? The moon's really big. It would take a lot of energy. Sea of Showers, yep. The Sea of Showers over here. That's the Sea of, right, kind of go through a few, I guess. But you got like the Sea of Fecundity right here on the bottom. Kind of on the straight top in the center is going to be the Bay of Roughness. And you got the Sea of Tranquility on the right of it. On the bottom side there, by itself, is the Sea of Crisis. Then go up and to the right a little bit. You got the Sea of Serenity up here. Then you got the Sea of Cold on the far right. And then you got the Sea of Showers here on the top. And then you got Plato Crater kind of like on the right side. You can see that little impact crater with some of that Bosnic lava in it. That's going to be Plato Crater. You got Sea of Water, Sea of Showers, same thing. View Saturn, viewed on Stellarium, and show the Saturn is visible. It is visible. It's just on the other side of the sky, though. We'd have to get the telescope to jump from the west side, looking east, and then go to east, looking west. Look at the craters. The moon looks hollow. I mean, I guess if you want to say looking at craters makes something look hollow, that's pretty well. The moon is not hollow, no. It has an iron core, small iron core. Ever seen anything move on the moon? I have not. I've been awesome to see the impact. Ah, yeah, on the last one with the huge streaks. Yeah, Tycho. That's a massive impact. This is the youngest large impact on the moon. Beautiful Tycho. Yeah, it'd be like it's on the other side of the sky for where we're located, as far as with the moon. How's the technology to land on the moon? I mean, why would you still have the technology for it? We're way too modern nowadays to have technology they used back in the 60s and 70s. How many times how many times moon have clips as cell rings? I'm not sure what you mean there, George. You'll have to rephrase that. I'm honestly not sure what that meant. Honestly not too sure what that meant. Oh, the Twin Towers, the Patron, that's one. I don't know anything about that. How, sorry. How long has Tycho been visible? About 108 million years old. This one here is about 108 million years old. Where's the first moon landing spot at, Apollo? It's in the Sea of Tranquility over here. We'll go back to it. Look forward to this stream. I appreciate it, Elijah. Thanks, bud. I appreciate you. So let me pull it up a little better. So here's the Sea of Tranquility, this dark mass. On the top left side, there's kind of a little tiny impact crater. There's a boot that comes down the left side. That's the Bay of Roughness. But where the Bay of Roughness comes out from the Sea of Tranquility, that dark mass here, there's a little bright impact crater on the top left side here. And you go to the right and up just a bit, and it's where Apollo 11 landed. How do you know the moon? I don't know that the moon is 108 million years old, but we know the impact is 108 million years old. That used to be a lake. It's a bosnic lava region, solidified ancient lava. But ancient astronomers would go out and look at the moon. They've seen these dark masses and they thought it was water, so they called them the seas, the lake, and the ocean. Oh, did you guys see that bird fly through? That was cool. Well, no, it's made of cheese. Okay, cool story. Get a little bit more brightness here. See it a little better. There we go. Oh, thanks, Dean. I appreciate you, bud. Always wanted a telescope. Looks pretty awesome to observe space. Thanks, Shane. I appreciate it, Heidi. Yeah, telescopes are a lot of fun. Ton of fun. Technology has advanced since. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Of course you want to lose the technology of the old days. No one's been back over 50 years. Just in, like, scientist shoemaker in the form of ashes. But there's a lot of robotic stuff that goes. And personally, like, for me, I think space travel is so much better robotic. Is this live? It is. It's a live view. Mars look very white tonight for you? Dang. We should dig into the moon. Kind of do with robotic stuff. Where's 3i Atlas? It's not high enough for me to get it yet. Probably about mid-November, we should be able to start capturing. Chase parts of the Theia collided with Earth. It's not so much a CNC's part from Theia colliding with Earth. That would be more of an Earth feature. Where the China and India rovers are on the moon, they are near the South Pole. They're basically over on the South Pole of the moon. Haven't seen you moving around this much before. I know. Tonight I figured we'd just jump around a little bit more at the moon. Enjoy the more deeper end view, I guess, when it comes to like how we observe the moon. A little bit more zoomed in. You seen something moving on the moon? Dang, that's crazy. Is our moon bigger than Pluto? It is. Have you seen impacts? I personally haven't seen any in life. Hey, Panda, good evening. Thank you for the high five, buddy. How are you doing? Welcome back, by the way. Like your ADD? Me too. I'm the same way. Doug Lunning, Canada. What up, Doug? How's your night, bud? Glad to have you in. This is a really nice telescope. This is the 8-inch Schmidt Cassegrain telescope we're using tonight. These are cool to see anything. I haven't seen any yet tonight. I do have another camera set up that's looking outwards. What I was hoping for it, though, is if we get a high enough Aurora Borealis going on, then we were going to start checking those out. So we do have another camera set up for tonight as well. Hi, Massimo. How you doing? Do you like streaming the other planets? We do. We absolutely do. What's a white spot? Younger impact craters on the moon. Doesn't get an impact anymore. It does. Young impact, like large impacts, occur like once every 10,000 years, but the moon's constantly getting impacted by things. For example, like micrometeoroids. It happens quite often. Gonna be live there, dang. Anyone heard of Earthshine? Earthshine is amazing to be able to see when we have a crescent moon. A human figure walking, never seen anything like that. Have a good night, Lewis. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, brother. Only watch to see impacts. I know, right? It'd be really cool to see. Oh, thanks, Dal. I appreciate you. Honestly, thanks, bud. Big dark spots on the moon in the middle are, that's the, so what we see there is going to be bosnic lava, solidified lava. Beautiful solidified lava regions. Beautiful moon. How you doing? Good evening. See planets just like we're seeing the moon. I mean, we get decent views, but nothing like what you see when it comes to the moon itself. As light waves hitting the surface in our brains, interpreting the light. As light waves hitting the surface in our brains, interpreting light. Yeah, that's kind of cool how you said it like that. Can you see the Apollo landings? We can go through where the locations are. Hey, what up, Tom? From Vienna, Austria. Welcome in, Tom. How you doing? Good evening to you, or good day to you, I guess. Good day to you. Over the night, Tuesday night, it looked like a plane. Or a drone first. Like a bug. That sounded much. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy, crazy. Now officially a member. I appreciate it, Anthony. Thanks, bud. Gabrielle is in. My goodness, your name's crazy. From Spokane, Washington. Good evening. How are you? How much did your telescope cost? So this one here is about $1,600. It's not too bad. This is actually a really beautiful telescope too. I do recommend this one. And her with the reflowers. Thank you so much for the 100. I appreciate that. There's the little dots in the center of the impacts of the moons. Those are going to be what are called central peaks. There's a couple of different things that do this. So one, when the impact occurs, you'll have the debris that gets kind of blown outwards, and then a lot of it comes back into the center, similar to what we see here. Kind of zoom in enough. And then also what happens is the impactor itself, it can survive and not just be shredded into pieces during that impact. Then it can kind of dig in and then push back up. And so you get this little tiny mountain in the center of these impact craters that are called central peaks. Between the moon and the planets. Yeah, absolutely. You can give a shout out to my wife. Hi, Tara. Good evening. Tara Powell, good evening to you. Yeah, it's so cool, ain't it? Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Solar flare hits the moon. Nothing. It's just light. Solar flares itself are light. It's just the charged particles are a different story. What comes after the solar flares? Which LTB is right now we're using the C11. Or sorry, C8. Currently we're using the C8. Such a beautiful moon, though. Ain't it? Here's the Sea of Crisis. Check that out. This is one of my favorite features on the moon. Would definitely be this location here, the Sea of Crisis. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate that, bud. I appreciate it, brother. How tall are the biggest central peaks? I cannot tell you the highest central peak, but they're tall. A couple miles. Future of the United States lunar base will be. I do not know. Honestly, don't know. Honestly, don't know. Yeah, these are just beautiful impact craters for sure, though, in this region. Can see the flag. It's on the top. Thank you, nephew. Oh man, you're kind of a weird ass dude. How to catch a bear on the moon? Fill an impact crater, full with ashes, and put peas all around it. And then when the bear comes to take a pee, you kick him in the butthole. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. What's in it called? That flaming visual effect. What do you mean by flaming visual effect? Like some of the brighter areas, is that what you mean? Hi Trish, good evening, how are you? Why it's not spinning? Well, we see the same side because it's tightly locked. It does rotate on its axis, but we see the same side because it's tightly locked to us. Dean, that's awesome, buddy. I appreciate it. Glad to have you all in. Definitely glad to have you all in tonight. Having a hard time with believing what is real in the world we live in. I get that. AI is just like crazy. And I'm kind of the same aspect. Like, AI for me is one of the worst things ever anymore. So I can show you the telescope. We can obviously show you the telescope. We can tap it and stuff. So you can see this what we're looking at. If that's what you want to do, just let me know. And I get it. I absolutely get where AI is taking stuff, how nothing seems real anymore. Outside, you look further away. It rotates on its axis. It makes one rotation as it orbits around Earth, which is about 27.3 days. The moon does rotate. It does rotate on its axis. What kind of car would the moon drive? Or what kind of car would the moon drive? An eclipse. Nice. You can see all the planets with this one. Yeah, it's a really nice telescope. What's the moon made up of? About 95%, or sorry, 96% of the same isotopics that we have here. It's real. It is. Yeah, that's what I do. Having a debate on this issue. Oh, I get it, Caleb. Though honestly, I get it. Like, AI is going to ruin people's faith and trust and stuff. And I have always agreed too that trust but verify is a good thing. And if you want to see the telescope, me tap it, see how it shakes and stuff, like, I have no problem doing that, just to let you see. Why is it not spinning? Well, it takes forever to make a rotation. It takes a long time. We always see the same. I should put in the aspect that we always see the same side, but it's not necessarily true either, because it looks like it wobbles. If you take photographs throughout its course of the lunar month or the lunar cycle, we see what it looks like a wobble effect, or what looks like libration. Like when high on airplane now. So, yeah, atmospheric turbulence. Maybe the one down there. Which one? Yeah, Rachel says it's plasma, not a physical rock. Anybody see like the shadows in these things? Like plasma can cast shadows inside of craters. Are there indents everywhere? Impacts on the moon. Really fast speed, would it make a great impact? It would be pretty decent. That would be a big impactor. A pebble-sized impactor is pretty good size. Make it so easy to say that. Oh, let's just say yeah, I know. Pretty tough. Love going outside and just looking at the moon almost every night. That's so cool. That's really cool. If any of you guys want to see the telescope, let me know. I don't mind throwing the camera on so you guys can see the telescope. We can tap the telescope and see that what we're looking at. This is live. That's a real view. Are there impacts every day on the moon? Yes, micro meteoroids impact the moon constantly. Thanks for showing us. More videos like this, please. Dude, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Lewis. Saturn and Star. I'm really sure would love to see it. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you. Honestly, thank you. Hey, you guys want to see it? Yeah, no problem. Let me see if I can get it pulled up here real quick. Get both cameras. Which camera is this? All right, that's looking out the moon with the other camera. That's the moon and that camera. Oh, there's a telescope. All right, can you see the telescope down in the chat? Or no? Let me know if y'all can see the telescope. Let me see if I can do an even better job here. And kind of put it like right here so you can see the telescope a little easier. So here's the telescope, obviously, and there's the moon. We stand up here. Move the microphone around just a bit. Okay. So we get the microphone spun around. And then you can see me here. Obviously, the moon is up here. I can just tap it. You see how shaky. Let me turn on my screen up here, too. Well, this is a really, honestly, a really nice telescope. It's an 8-inch Schmidt Cassegrain telescope. It's the EQ6R Pro mount. So the way that this works is, this mount itself, the white aspect, it kind of tracks things through the sky. Where the telescope itself, it just has like an automatic focuser and a camera on the back of it. But yeah, just simply touching it will do stuff like that. Truly a beautiful telescope, though. I do recommend this telescope. If anybody wants to grab a decent telescope, this is a really nice telescope. Really nice telescope. Get my microphone turned back around. There we go. Have you captured a galaxy before? We do. We do deep space as well. We definitely do. Let me pull this source up so I can get to it a little easier. Right here. That should work. Okay. And back to it. There we go. Or the moon in the daylight. Let's take another picture. Our moon go in the day. It's still out above us, just in the day period. How much is this one? About 1,600, roughly. The mount is the EQ6R Pro. Do one for your last ring. What happened? What's the coolest thing you ever seen with your telescope? Honestly, this right here. Like, I truly enjoy living in the moment. So, like, this right here for me is really cool. I truly enjoy what I do. Using a big telescope. Not this one. Yeah. We got the C11. The 11-inch Schmidt Cassegrain is quite a bit bigger. It is quite a bit bigger, and that's sometimes what we use. But what's really nice about these Cassegrains... Hi, Joe. Good evening. How are you? What's really nice about these telescopes is they're short. They're not that long. Not like a really long telescope, yet you have that really long focal length because of how you first have light go through what's called the corrector plate, and then it hits the primary mirror, gets bounced off the primary mirror to hit the secondary mirror, and then gets brought backwards to your eyepiece or camera or whatever you use. So it gives you really long focal length in a short package. At the moon because I see oval-shaped craters. It's just craters or impactors come in different shapes. They come in quite a bit different shapes. When you look at the impacts itself, that's a secondary effect, though. It's all going to be from seismic events that go through. Ireland, what's up, Drifter? How you doing? Good evening to you. The moon's rusting. Is that true? We do see a little bit of rust on the moon. We do see a little bit. Hi, Samar, welcome in. I know the moon is closer to the Orion now. It is, but it's not high enough just yet. We can't see the Orion just yet. It's still behind trees for me. You're here, this is Maiden. Where do you go, bro? I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm over in Kansas City, Missouri. What's your name, Green? You are a member right now. You got a gifted member. Membership here. Asia, Malaysia. Okay, I mean, we don't do religion here, dude. We honestly do not do religion here. Religion and politics are for a whole different conversation, a whole different life. What we do here is just enjoy the view, find a good time to relax, and talk about what we observe, what we do here, about the science of stuff. Pull back, just touch you. How you doing, by the way, tonight, Hope? Good to see you tonight. There we go. Moon sounds like a totally agree. I do not agree with that. You're Missouri too? Nice. SCL is better than Casey? Dang, that's tough. What equipment are you using? C8 tonight. 8-inch Smith cash screen. So you got our other Audrey here tonight. I have not seen her in a few nights. It's been a minute since I've seen her. Top of the moon too. We do. We look in different areas. Here in Kansas City as well, Audrey? Nice, nice, nice. What's your favorite space movie? I would probably go with Contact. Moon have a core, or is it more floating? It does have a core, a small iron core. Where do the people on the moon live? There's no people on the moon, so I don't have an answer for that. Other point of view angles. Are there any other point of view angles? What exactly do you mean? We kind of move us around a little bit more too. Is that core hot? We think so. We think there's still quite a bit of heat, maybe like towards the 1500 degrees. Large, dark, rounded area is what? These are going to be bosnic lava regions. And then you got like, if you're talking about the smaller regions, or them smaller impacts, those are going to be impact craters. Buenas noches. ¿Cómo está? Can you move around? I'm trying, but I'm also trying to focus on the comments at the same time. A lot of comments going through, so just trying to keep up with them. Stream from rural area. I am. Love the moon calculator. On the radio. I dig it. That's so cool. Yeah. Heat detector scope or something. What do you mean heat detector scope? You catch a comment show a couple nights ago. The meteor shower? Is that what you mean? Not sure if that's what you mean. The meteor shower. I sent you a text, Chance, by the way. Where did Mim walk? There's several different areas. Not too far from where we're looking at here would be the Apollo 11. That's what you're asking. We go to the Apollo 11 again. Move it over. Get into the Sea of Tranquility. So that dark mass right here on the, right in the center, the Sea of Tranquility. On the left, almost like the top left side of what we're looking at here is where the Apollo 11 landed. Hey, I'm moving the camera to reflect the viewer's input. I just don't care for AI. Like, I really dislike AI. Are there any minerals on the moon? Yes. Do we see only one side of the moon, or does the moon rotate all? It rotates, but we only see one side of the moon. It makes a synchronization rotation, which basically means that it makes one rotation as it orbits around Earth. Or synchronized. Hi, Delta. Good evening. How are you? How's your night? Didn't think about it for a second. It has its own magnetic field. It don't have its own magnetic field anymore. So I appreciate it, Delta. Thank you so much. Is there water on the moon? We do find water on the moon. Find ice water near the South Pole side, where the really deep impact craters are and the sunlight doesn't get into. Really, really cold areas, by the way, like negative 400, negative 410 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we also find water inside some of the silica glass that gets blown out during impacts. What's my favorite part of the moon? Honestly, by the Sea of Crisis, which is in the view right now. Which makes it really cool. Right here, that little area right here on the bottom side right there. The Sea of Crisis. I think it's a really beautiful area. Colony planets in front of the moon. Can you see it? If it was bright enough, we'd be able to see it. I wouldn't have evolved in. I don't do biology. Honestly, don't do it. So it can be here and at chat. though. Oh, no, you're good. You don't like the green name? It's just a gifted membership that you got. San Diego, thank you so much, San Diego. Oh, dude, thank you so much. Thank you for the love and support. I appreciate you. Ever viewed the luminous gas that has been seen and documented in the past? I personally have not seen it. You like the mountains? How far can you zoom on it? We can zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, I definitely like the mountains on the moon. I think they're really stunning. It gives us a little bit of brightness too. Be able to see a little better. There we go. Crazy once you realize it, yeah. Ever seen anomalies? As in what? Which ones? There's quite a bit of different anomalies when it comes to the moon itself. What did you just say that was the Sea of what? Sea of Crisis. How big is this telescope? The 8-inch Smith gas screen. Joe, thank you. I appreciate you. Honestly, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you again for the love and support. Honestly, thank you. It does look beautiful. Like, I really love this region of the moon. I think it's a really stunning area. You do this every day. I try to. I definitely do try. I definitely do try to. That max zoom? No, we can put in like Barlow's and get a lot more zoom. Maybe I will contribute. The donations all go back into what we do here, into the observatory. So for example, like we have a new telescope showing up Monday, which will be used for deep space stuff. So that all the funds that we got from the past month, I put back in them, plus some of my own money as well. But I always throw it back into what we do. Being an impactor, is it possible to see that kind of things with the scope? You can see it. Like, I've never personally done it, but I have seen the videos of individuals that were able to capture them. There are some legit ones out there. Hey, you learn some Espanol. Estoy encanta. La luna. Ah, sí. Where all that, have you shown it in the live? Tonight, just the moon. But other than that, we do planets, moons around planets, galaxy, nebulae, stellar cluster, globular cluster, stellar nurses, all kinds of ball stuff. Any anomalies are like UFOs? I've never seen anything I would say is like an alien, if that's what you're asking. The moon does affect water, it does. Hi Mark, good evening. How are you doing? Good evening to you. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, Papa, I appreciate that. Honestly, thank you. What's the other channel have? I don't. Just this one now. Waiting for Orion. Oh, yeah. Orion's gorgeous. It truly is gorgeous. Like, it is truly gorgeous. Hey, Guppy, good evening. How are you doing? Good evening to you. Area flat with no impacts. This is actually, this area here is solidified lava, which occurred after the Great Bombardment period. Like most of the impact craters that we see on the moon occurred during the Great Bombardment period, and then the lava itself solidified after that period. So you still see like some impacts in these regions, but not as much as you do, of course, when you look into like the highlands, right? We'll go more towards the highlands here real quick. You can see there's a ton more impacts out in the highlands compared to what you see in the Bosniak lava regions. How long this live lasts? I'm not too sure how long we'll be live tonight. Satellites or the ISS in your stream? Sometimes. Sometimes. The lava and the moon. Marias, yeah. Copernicus crater? Alright, we'll go to Copernicus. It's an ugly impact crater, though. I think it's kind of an ugly impact crater myself. It's messy looking. Gotta go the right way, though. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, let's see the small rabbit on the moon. Gotta go the right way. There we go. Now we're getting Copernicus. Copernicus! There's silly Copernicus. Pues diablos. Bunch of people retracting their messages for some reason. Can you see Io? Yeah, absolutely. When we get to Jupiter, we can see Io. It's actually really cool. It does look like an eyeball, yeah. Ah, thanks, Bold. I appreciate it. Yep, Io is really beautiful. When we get to Jupiter, you can make out Io, Callisto, Ganymede, and Europa. From Mexico, welcome in. How are you doing? Yeah, thank you, Hove. Honestly, thank you. On the moon, I would have to look it up. I don't know the compound of the phosphorus on the moon. I'm not too sure. Your dog backside. 250 miles up. How clear is it with your scope? It goes through really fast. If you can track it, you get decent views, but it goes through really, really fast. Really fast. You're in Texas, Maurice? Welcome in. How are you doing? How's your night? Alright, zoom back out a little bit here. Get zoomed back out a little. Need to pour something proper. Dang. Favorite celestial body outside of our solar system? Oh. Man, that's a tough one. I honestly don't have an answer for that. Honestly, I do not have an answer for that. Spaceweather.gov. To be honest, go straight to the source, Audra. That's my way of doing it. I personally go spaceweather.gov. Or you can download even Space Weather Live on your phone. It's a good way to do it as well. Good night. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Yeah, definitely gorgeous views of the impact craters. Spaceweather.gov. Or you can download the application called Space Weather Live. It'll give you, keep you updated with, auroras, for example. I think you just seen the one. Dang. That's crazy. That's crazy. Ooh, CME detected 15 minutes ago. Let me look at it, actually. This may be getting interesting. Need to make a grand exit, I guess. Yeah. Is the moonlight real? What do you mean is the moonlight real? Like you see the light being reflected from the sun that comes off of the moon. How can you go live? I try to go live every night. Oh, thanks, Audra. I appreciate it. Just don't make a space mistake. Saturn up. It is. It's just on the other side of the sky right now. Just off on the other side of the sky currently. Giant observatory in the backyard. That'd be cool. What do you think when do you think we'll conquer the moon? Like actually live on the moon? Honestly, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, to be honest. It's not, I would say I don't think we're far from that realization, to be honest. F5, good evening. How often do you stream? I try to stream every night. Just depends on the clouds here in Kansas City. What kind of telescope do you have? I got, telescope number 18 is coming in. We got 18 different telescopes, but the use of the telescope right now is the 8-inch SMIC screen, 8SC from Celestron. It's gonna be still up there. You think 2050? Maybe. I mean, that's reasonable. That's a tree line. I don't think it is just yet. It's gonna be getting close, but I don't think it's up high enough yet. Let me take a look. Look in the Cartus du Ciel here. Yeah, not quite yet. Taurus is just now coming up above the tree line for me. I brought A from the minute I got up. Oh, no way. I got you. How's your night, by the way, Debs? The upcoming event that you're aware of this year? We got some good meteor showers coming up in December. Those are going to be a lot of fun. Because they're awesome, telescope. Yeah, quasars are cool. They're pretty cool. Hot in the light, cold in the dark. What up, Christopher? Good evening to you. Look, it'd be a cool space station and a launch site towards Mars. Nice. That's fine. I mean, you may never live on Mars. That's fine. I won't ask. I guess. I mean, go through your thoughts. I guess. Most breathtaking thing that you've ever seen? I must know. Oof, that's honestly tough. Like to me, this was breathtaking. Like I don't know. Like to me, this is breathtaking. Like let's take these two impact craters right here, right? To me, that's breathtaking. To be honest, I think these are just breathtaking to look at in its own sense. Can we see the space? You can see the space station, right? We can. It just goes through really fast. You gotta really try to keep up with it. Happened another day to the meteor showers in November. We got one that we just passed. One coming up. You can look on American Meteor Society's website, and you'll get the dates on them. Kind of looks like eyes, yeah. Kind of does. Yeah. Kind of does. These are really beautiful impact craters, to be honest. To me, it looks like we got a little bit of thin clouds coming through it, though. It look like thin clouds, y'all. Kind of looks like it to me. That formed those craters, yeah, absolutely. Why are all the same, the craters the same depth? They're not. There's a variation to them. Favorite moon of Uranus? Honestly, I don't know that I have a favorite moon of Uranus, to be honest. Don't really think I do. Why does it look like lights on the moon? It don't. It's just younger impact craters, and it's just the amount of brightness we have. Like, for example, if I take out some of that brightness, you'll notice like they're a little bit dimmer, right? And if we zoom in also, you can start to make that out as well. That there obviously is not lights, just the amount of light being reflected off of them. Let's go over to that one. One that appears brighter. So yeah, I'll just kind of like you get a difference in that view. Obviously, the closer you get to it, it makes it look like lights, I guess, when you're further out, but they're not. Just younger impact craters. A lot more reflective. Keep steady tracking them out. It's across the sky very fast. You zoom on it. That's correct. We have a mount that follows it to the sky. A tracking mount. What do you think of the theory or fact? I'm ignorant of that. What it seems to me, I've heard the craters all being the same, but they're not. We know the difference in the impact craters, and there's areas that we can look at and see the difference in impact craters. In fact, right here, with that we're looking at here, you can see the difference in the depths. Does it would require the federal government to create continuous secure destinaries for AI software? Okay. I think someone spun out. What do you mean? Must miss something. Ever studied this subject formally? I never got a PhD. Never got to that point. By Vincent saying looking to switch up lenses. Any suggestion? Look for like maybe the SV Vani zoomable lens. Life on Europa and Gladys. Possible. Definitely a possibility. I'm not a biologist though. Way beyond me. When's the moon last impacted by small little fragments? Today, several times. Several times today. We're over now to the Lunar Orbiter 2 mission. Oh, I've inking on the catalog data. On the multiple cancer large printout. Using Apollo lanes. That's so cool, dude. That is super awesome. Where am I located? I'm near Kansas City. It's about taking the flow or the low flying aircrafts after dark. Circling around your house. No. Honestly, I haven't seen anything like that above us. What telescope is this? The C8. The 8-inch Smith catch screen from Celestron. How many miles is in its diameter? We can go to the one that's like really well known, right? We'll go over to Tycho. It's 53 miles wide. So we'll run over to it real quick. Hi, George. Good evening. How is your evening? Right here. That impact crater is 53 miles wide. What's in perspective just how big this actually is. We ever get a solar telescope for sunspots? We have plenty of filters to do sunspots in the chromosphere. Between the dark patches and so the dark patches, that's Bosnic lava, ancient solidified lava beds. How deep? That one was about 2.5 miles deep, just over 2.5 miles deep. Here we can see them. Oh, it's just very strange. I got you. That's pretty wild. It's really bum. Now still here on Earth, it would have been. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, looks like there's some really, really thin clouds. Let me look at the outside camera that we're pointing at it. Oh yeah, you can see the clouds here. Yeah, there's a ton of clouds. A lot of clouds coming through. No wonder. I was thinking it looked like it was cloudy. Yeah, a lot of clouds. What's the difference between the dark areas, look patches, and the light mountains looking dust? So it's just a difference in the elements that are there. That's all it is. At the end of the day, it's just a difference of the elements that we see. Hey, Minnesota Picker, thank you so much, buddy. Our newer impact brighter. They are. They're much brighter. Absolutely. Videos that make that you can find online. Yeah, look up Japanese astronomer captures an impact back in, I can't remember if it's 2019 or 2021, but that's a legit video. Major strike on the moon that creates a larger crater about once every 10,000 years, roughly, when it comes to a large impact crater. Boston lava is rich in iron. Magnesium, alone, silica. Yeah, correct. What do you think about the impacts always having the same depth? They don't have the same depth. What's the orb on the right of the moon in camera shot? Orb on the right of the moon in oh, in the other view? Come back real quick. There's a bunch of stars, if that's what you're saying, and a lot of clouds coming through. Oh, that orb looking thing, that's just a reflection off the lens from the moon itself. So for example, the way you can find that out, let's kind of move the telescope here. See how it's moving with the moon? You can see that reflection. It's just light bouncing off the lens of the camera, going back, and then bouncing back and then being captured again. That's just a reflection. Nothing different. Nothing different than what it actually is. It's gorgeous out right now, though. If it wasn't for these silly, thin little wispy clouds. It's really gorgeous out. Yeah. Oh, it's actually gonna be clearing up here. Looks like. Looks like it'll be clearing up here soon. Yeah, lens flare. That'd be the right way to say it. But then people will be like, what's the lens flare? Oh man. Hi Tia, good evening. How are you? Jose, good evening, bud. Different element in the dust. No, I'm not in astrophysics, no. Going outside of that, nice. Ah, thanks Ryan, I appreciate it, bud. I'll say thank you. Yeah, you can hear it through the, oh, there's Orion coming up, by the way. If anyone wants to see Orion. Orion! See beautiful Orion. Everybody see it? The beautiful Orion coming up. Your telescope seeing it, it does. It makes noise so that people know. Like if you're to stand by it, it lets you know, hey, this thing's moving. It lets you know. It's pretty funny. How do you score Telegram? Follow you and gather together. People that are members have access to the Discord. The sun will burn your eyes. We have solar filters, so we're able to observe the sun. But if you ever do, make sure you do it properly. Hi Trish, sounds good. Have beautiful Orion coming up. If everybody, it brings winter. It does, this is true. It definitely brings the winter. Cloud formation really cool? No, absolutely not. I think cloud formation is amazing. Nope, Orion is to the southeast. Dipper's way up to the north. How the moon formed from the impact at Theia. Impact at Theia. Then you get a ring. Things started colliding. Hot iron ball formed. Continued to collect stuff. We had a moon. Yeah, absolutely. Look up the Theia collision. Or you can look up the giant impact hypothesis, which is now the leading theory. Cloud seeding real. It is on a small scale. It's not like what most people try to put in perspective. But basically it uses, man, what do they use again? I think aluminum and iodine, if I remember right. But it only works in small scale examples. What up, Wolf? What's your question, bud? Showing how you're not. Oh, you're good, Henry. You're all good. Like here in Dallas, Texas, you ever notice it looks like we're looking at the moon through water? Like water's above water. I mean, we have an atmosphere, which has a lot of moisture in it, so it does cause that effect to us. We see that as well over other things. For example, like barbecue grills, when you light something on fire, you get all the moisture to come out. Or if you look over like a hot paved road and you see the waves coming through, it just, we're really zoomed in, so you really pick up that effect here. Don't see any spaceships yet. Dang, me neither. Thanks, Guppy. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. Aw, Sean triggered. Aw, Sean got triggered. Or Sean got triggered tonight. Shawnee got triggered. Hi, Ed. Good evening. Can you telescope see Venus? I can. It's just not above the horizon yet. Hey, from Oklahoma. Welcome, man. How you doing? Yo, what up, Hayden? Good evening, bud. That guy. So I have one. I get it. We don't go down conspiracy here, though. Not the right place. Yo, Cici, thank you so much for joining, by the way. I appreciate it. Honestly, thank you. If you look in my look at my page, go into the post, and you'll see one with the link on it. Aw, Sean says you're stupid. You're triggered, bro. Why are you so triggered for, man? Why are you so triggered? I bet whenever people bring up your name with your parents, they change the subject quickly, don't they? I bet they do. Or Sean. When someone comes to you live and tells you what to do, I know. It's always fun. He said certain minerals, so I laid off. Oh no, I got you. I got you. Why did the moon go to the bank? Why did it go to the bank? Hi Darren, good evening. How are you doing? Oh, but we don't do conspiracy here. We know it's illuminated by the sun itself. To get a little extra moony. Nice. Absolutely. Ah, you got clouds again, Lori? No. How much is an 11-inch telescope? So this is the 8-inch this is the 8-inch telescope. This is about 1,600. The 11-inch that we use is about 4,000. A little bit more expensive. Oh, just reflects sunlight. Could there be microbes on the moon? Nothing that we've observed. To enjoy the spoil with all that stuff. Yeah, I get it. Absolutely. No conspiracy here, so you're close-minded. Well, I guess you don't understand what conspiracy is. It means you're literally going down a path of something that has no evidence to it. Closed-minded would be a person that goes down a path with no evidence. That would truly be closed-minded. I mean, just go on for whatever you want to think, but if you're going down a path of something that has no evidence, it's the same as trying to use concrete as a parachute. Not a great idea. Turn microplastics on the moon. No. Beautiful day. High 70s. Ooh, clouds after about an hour after dark. Dang, like every night before. That's crazy. That always sucks. That does suck. They've been through, heck, it has been. Tune in for the first time from Afghanistan. 0.3. Nice. Point out general areas where the Apollo mission led. We will, here in a bit. Absolutely. Face the telescope at 3i. It's not where I can see it right now. Below the horizon already. What does truth seeker mean? One that can find evidence to go down the path, but it don't have anything to do with conspiracy. Conspiracy itself means that you don't have any evidence and you still go down the path. That's what conspiracy means. But truth seeker would be a completely different deal. You have evidence, you start going down the path. That's what science does. So just kind of put that in your mind, how weird that kind of sounds at the end of the day. Where's ice on the moon? Near the South Pole. Deep impact craters. Yeah, truth seeker equals one that seeks truth. One that uses evidence. No, conspiracy starts with something of a truthful claim and then goes down a path of no evidence. Hence, it's conspiracy. Literally the definition of conspiracy. Civilization on the moon, do you think Earth will go the same way? No, I don't think we've ever had civilization on the moon itself. Keep asking these questions, but I'm terribly curious. Are you guys awesomely expert at this? What's in the center of the moon? Do you have a core like it? It does have a core. It's much smaller than what Earth has. It's an iron core, though. Earth to go to another planet. Become an alien by flying on a dragon. That'd be cool. I get that. Flying on a dragon sounds really cool. Does sound pretty cool. Yeah. Conspiracy is two or more entities conspiring on something. That's great. It would be, in a sense, a theory until you go down the path and understand what it actually meant. Then you find out, oh, there's actual evidence for what it was doing. Seeing the moon looks like a dragon on Godzilla. Ooh, got deleted by the bot for some reason tonight. Oh, I see. Looks like a dragon or Godzilla roar now. That'd be kind of cool. Be able to breathe without any equipment? No, you would not. Ever point the telescope at random spots in the sky? Sometimes we go to randomness. Dictionary in the 70s, and then people got labeled because of it. Can be proven theory too. The word theory was added to conspiracy in the dictionary in the 70s. Then people got labeled because of it. Oh, okay. The moon's much of a part of the Earth and part of Theia as well. Correct. In the scientific method, it'd be hypothesis first, and then you move into a scientific theory. Saturn does have 274 moons. Crazy. Look at the moon right now. It looks like Godzilla roaring, and then it has a moon behind it. Oh, no way. That's pretty wild. That's crazy. I don't know why the bot keeps taking you out. The bot just keeps going after you for some reason. I don't actually see why it keeps deleting what you're saying there. Discovered a planet that may have oxygen. We see oxygen in several planets, just not enough to be able to use as like for breathing, for example. At least at the highest level of certainty. Yeah, math's a whole different deal. You go down laws at that point when you're talking about math. It's all laws. Everything just sits around? I mean, somewhat. All the craters have the same depth. They do not. Found anyone calling the far side of the moon the dark side? It's just weird. At the end of the day, I don't know. It's kind of weird in a sense. What's between the iron core? Mentions a little on the surface. Silica. Just silica between the iron core. Whether there's a little bit of molten lava still near the core, don't know. But it'd be, you got basically the iron core, silica, and then you come up to the crust itself. Term conspiracy theory is coin. That's it. Please consider the actual definition of conspiracy. I know connection to what is. Very good. Unlimited number of planets that could have life. I wouldn't say unlimited number. I think you're reading the wrong part there, Brian. You're literally reading the wrong part of that conspiracy. You're talking about conspire at that point, not conspiracy of itself. Could it buy a telescope? It's kind of funny. You just read like one definition, which don't even have anything to do with what conspiracy of its own is in this context. I mean, it is what it is. If you guys want to argue about it, we can show you the door. Does the moon rotate? It does. It definitely does. Stupid believes the definition. You can change what to believe. I don't know. Who knows? I just want to know where Michael Jackson did his moonwalk. Come on, guys. Absolutely. Which part of the moon did the Apollo mission land? Over here. We'll go towards it. We shall go towards it. Alright, see this dark mass right here? Right in the center. Sea of Tranquility, where the Apollo 11 mission landed. The moon door, that's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. But does the moon rotate? It does. It does rotate. Are you an astronomer? No, I'm a toenail eater. Michael and Watto are on the moon. Where's Watto? Tether life from Earth. Though we aren't locked to it. It does spin, but only... Yeah, but it does slow us down, though. It's trying to get us to the point where we're locked with it as well. How much the moon weighs? There's an estimate of how much it weighs. I don't know it off the top of my head, though. And take off from there? Absolutely. Not an opinion, belief, but it's... Yeah, absolutely. This chat is not for that, though. This chat is not about religion, politics, conspiracy. It's just not where it is. We're here to chill, enjoy it, and talk about science and enjoy the views. He's shooting star today. Walk my dog. Ever seen one through a telescope? Honestly, I've never recognized that I've seen that shooting star through a telescope because one, it would fly by so dang fast that you'd be like, did I just see something? just be too crazy. Hell locked on the moon. Well, I mean, it's slowing us down, so you keep doing that. But the problem is, eventually the sun's going to come to the end. It wouldn't matter at that point. Anyways, about limit. I mean, it could be true, but I assume they wouldn't be able to continue on, though. Temperature reason. Duncan Jones starred super close up. I have not, Julia. I did not see it. How powerful is this telescope? As in which aspect? I mean, it's a decent telescope. It's an 8-inch Smith Cassegrain telescope. It picks up quite a bit of light. 1 side of 1. Yeah, I would agree. The moon door is on Game of Thrones. Is that what you're referring to? I do not. No, I've never even seen Game of Thrones. How's magnification? Right now we're probably pushing 200-ish, roughly. 250, maybe. Around Earth and orbit the sun. It does. It rotates around Earth and it rotates on its axis as it does that. Orbits around Earth, rotates on its axis, and it orbits around the sun as we do. Have that many craters? Earth doesn't, no. When you're looking at Saturn, Saturn's pretty fun. Saturn's actually really gorgeous. These clouds are being kind of pesky, though. These clouds are being really pesky. You see how fast they're coming through? Let's look out there real quick at that. Oh, that's a telescope camera. Get the right camera here. There we go. Orion looks good over there, though. Let me swing us back over to the moon. The moon. The moon. Oh, we? Yeah, these clouds are being pesky. Why is there craters on the side of the face of Earth? Why wouldn't there be? A lot of space between us and Earth. Hi, Jenny. Good evening. Yo, Nicholas. Thank you so much, Nicholas. Yep, Orion. Orion was being beautiful up there. Ton of clouds coming through right now. Ton of dang clouds coming through. Hey, Brad. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Again, Nicholas. Thank you so much, Brad. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the love and support. Know which door you're referring to? Get out of here, door. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes people have to find that door. Here of asteroids in the Sandstone. It's been 2 million years ago. Bradley, you got clear skies or no? More scared to go to space or the bottom of the ocean? Bottom of the ocean, to be honest. I'd be a little bit more scared to go into the bottom of the ocean, to be honest about it. Favorite spot to look at on the moon? Probably the Sea of Crisis. The part we were just kind of looking at. You come back over. Might be scared, dude. I don't know, man. There's just something about it. This area here, I think, is a really gorgeous part of the moon. Jenny finally woke up from the nap. That is true. He's now saying that. Dude, I didn't even see you earlier. My bad. My bad, brother. This area is gorgeous, too. Let me pull it down. The mountain ranges in this view here are really, really beautiful. Like, truly beautiful mountain ranges. Sea of Crisis called it? Yep, Sea of Crisis. Or Mare Cressium. Where they aren't deeper craters. 7 miles deep is the deepest impact crater, which is deep. I don't think you understand how deep 7 miles of an impact would be. That's really deep. Last expedition, you go, well, ooh. Dark spots, solidified lava, volcanic lava on the moon. Telescopes take pictures without lenses, just programs. Like, you gotta actually take the waves that you get back, and you gotta run through a computer and start to model it. What causes the moon to be in phases? It goes around Earth. As it orbits around Earth, it gets different phases from the sun. You look at the moon 4 days straight. Sometimes that's what we do. I mean, I've only done 2 days straight because that's all I've live streamed so far this week. But sure. Luminous spots, younger impact regions on the moon. They're much brighter because the solar wind that comes through is very radioactive, and the charged particles, and it like starts to dim stuff down. That phase, I was just like, no, you're good. Yeah, you're good. We discovered any moon bugs? We have not. Do you scope at different planets' moons too? We do see them, but they end up being very small, obviously, from our distance. So it's not like we zoom in on them. On the moon, taller than on Earth. Right about. The tallest mountain on the moon is about 18,000 feet. So, pretty close. Avoiding something? What's that? There'll be no craters on the side they serve? No, why would there not be? Why would there not be any craters on this side of Earth? I mean, I'm just trying to think of the logic here, but maybe I don't get your logic. Why would there not be impact craters on this side of the moon? Where the James Webb sits in space, about 1,000,000 miles away from us. Outwards 1,000,000 miles. Hey, what up, Artemis? How you doing? Giant beaver flying people, dang. It is a beautiful moon. We have a truly beautiful moon. We really do. There are years that the moon actually hadn't been a shield. It would. I mean, obviously, anything it takes out are just things that you can never get hit by, right? Because the Earth would cover that, but yeah, it's definitely not logical at all. Why bigger than the moon? So how would that trajectory work? Things go in between us. Like there's a massive amount of distance between us and the moon. Maybe that's the part where you're not thinking it through. Is the distance between the Earth and the moon is massive. Like at the point in Apogee, you can put every planet between us and the moon itself. Like it's a massive distance. Did you buy too much candles? What happened? Up to the day they like the rose lamp. Really crazy. What you see the moon around? Yeah. Space is crazy. I think that's one thing that, like, even just as humans, we don't understand just the massive distance in space. Like, just how massive everything truly is. Can we survive without the moon? It'd be different. It'd be really crazy if we didn't have the moon. Whether we would survive or not, I don't have the answer to it. But it would be really wild. How long does it take to get to the moon? You want to land on the moon and go by. If you want to go by it, 12 hours. If you want to land on it, about 3 days. Yep, almost tall as Everest, yeah. Doesn't take too long, makes sense. You just glide there in like 4 days in spaceship. 3 days, roughly. Yeah, the oceans would be unchecked. Massive, massive, massive waves from the ocean. Our seasons would cease to exist in the way that we know them. It would really be modified. Things would change really fast on Earth. It'd be a bad deal. 30 years if you're driving 60 miles per hour, dang. Dang. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, absolutely, you're welcome. Men on the planet are perfect spiritual. Mm-hmm. Around 10 reach, yeah. A lot of creators why the world doesn't have that same amount. Well, we have a lot of things going on here. One, things burn up in the sky. That's why we see the shooting stars, the meteors, right? Loosely tuned shooting stars. A lot of stuff burns up rather than hits us. And then also we have sediment changes. All that moisture, the rain and stuff we get changes up how things look, the water flowing. During the ice age, the ice movement, right? Things change quite a bit. But there are quite a bit of impact craters still here on Earth that you can go and visit. But it's just a lot different here compared to what we talked about the moon. It doesn't have an atmosphere, it burns up. These objects are coming into it. So even micro meteoroids continue to hit them. Even large asteroids continue to hit like once every 10,000 years roughly. But it just continuously gets hit. And you don't have the sediment changes on the moon. Wish these clouds would get out of here, though. Silly, silly clouds. You can zoom out just a bit here. There we go. Planetarium has a huge meteor in it. Oh, no way. That's so cool, Debs. That's really cool. It's like dark and beautiful, yeah. Oh, thank you, Henry. Honestly, thank you. My sun is always burned. That makes it so hot. It don't burn. It's just energy. It don't actually burn. It collides atoms in together, makes a new thing. So, for example, you take hydrogen, you smash it together, you get helium, and so it creates energy, and that energy is what we feel when it comes in the light that we see. Hi, Megan. Welcome in. How are you doing? Yep, nuclear fusion. Correct. Just energy at the end of the day. Dobbs, good evening. How are you doing? The moon that astronauts' footprints can last over a million years. That is correct. It doesn't move without rotation in orbit. It's amazing to think about spinning with us. Yeah, absolutely. Prove the Earth is not flat. Pretty easy to do. Get in a rocket and go into space and look at it. Or go try to see if you can find the end of flat Earth. If you can do that, then you'll have your evidence, and then you don't need anything else. Come and move forward. You don't think so? I mean, that's fine if you don't think so. Like, obviously, what I'm going to say wouldn't matter to you at the end of the day, right? You already kind of came in with like a biased point. So I don't know there's anything I can say to make that change for you, because obviously I'm not on the moon to show you that we were on the moon. Oh, you're welcome, Liz. Absolutely did. Yep, the moon's about the size of America. That's correct. Who do you think took the film of them leaving the moon, the camera that was left behind? Do you think they don't have technology? Like, if you can go to the moon, don't you think technology exists? It's like the weirdest thing ever to come up with. People are like, how do they talk to each other from Earth in the spaceship when they went to the moon? Well, duh, like if you go to the moon, don't you think they have the technology to figure out how to talk to each other? Radio waves? Whatever. Yeah, it's just kind of the answer of it. I mean, technology. What about the total surface area of the moon? I'm sure it's not as big. No, it's quite a bit smaller when you talk about total surface. You can talk to ice, that's short wave. Absolutely. Not simple as it is. I mean, yeah, but you're talking about a massive organization with a lot of money. Gonna make flat earthers lose their few brain cells? It happens, so they already lost them all. Just from here? Nah, not in Kansas City, man. Like, no one does any rocket launches here in Kansas City. Or, like, it'd be really cool. I'd really love to be it. It'd be really interesting. So everyone has their own missions that we consider. Yeah, I wish so, may. Like, I wish we had rocket launches in the Midwest here. That would be really awesome. That'd be really awesome to get to observe. This telescope's a C8 telescope. 8-inch Smith Cassegrain. Yeah, there's no way that you're using a rock and able to send a message throughout the globe, too, right? Where the Knuckleheads? You can't see. Do you know where the Knuckleheads? What's Knuckleheads? Is that a bar or no? Quality of the stream is the same with what you actually see. No. But we do have clouds right now, so it's quite a bit different. Like, for example, let me see. Here's the telescope that we're using. The right camera. Oh, there we go. So you can see, like, the low clouds currently. Quite a bit of low clouds out currently. Or wispy clouds. Let me move us over again. Let's wait for the moon for a second here. Go towards Orion. Anybody like the constellation Orion? Truly a stunning constellation. Yeah, we got some wispy clouds though. Y'all hear the mount? The mount's gonna be singing as I'm moving around. I went too far over. Gonna be going to the gutters. The singing now, yeah. Hey Delta, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Delta. Thank you so much, Delta. June 21. Dude, we don't do politics or any of that crap here, man. Don't have anything to do with the context here. Finally, Orion. I'm seeing it. Look at those wispy clouds, though. My goodness. Beautiful Orion out there. Pretty cool, huh? Dobbs, thank you. Thank you for the floating hearts. Appreciate that. Cut through the clouds without a loyalty of distortion. It does have distortion right now. It's quite a bit distorted, actually. What time is it right now in Kansas? 11:56. Love the mouth singing. Yeah, that thing's funny. From your scene on your PC? No, like right now we have those thin clouds, so the quality's just not 100% there. Particular stars or planets, or that time I was manually moving it. We can make it bounce between them, but that time I was manually moving though. Living about 50 miles from the location of Mad Mike. Here's a rocket disaster. Ooh, when it happened, dang, dude. My throat's itching. Probably are the best clouds to have to deal with. I have the most. That is true. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like the galaxy, we only use 10%. I gotcha. What time right now? It's 11:57. Almost midnight. 23:57 currently. Oh yeah, winter definitely a beautiful time to observe. Definitely enjoy it. Look at the moon. Why don't it look the same? I don't know. What do you like? Use a telescope, I guess. Not a shame I can't see the moon. No, let's show the difference. I mean, temperature like here, 48 degrees tonight. It's actually not too bad. Not as cool as it was last night. Here in Pacific time. Oh, okay, I got you. It's kind of basketball equals you fall for most people. Fiber laser and attached to the telescope, you could pulse burn through the cloud layer and minimize distortion. That'd be pretty wild. We need a cloud filter for sure. David from San Diego. What's up, David? How you doing? How's your night? Thanks so many views this week. Oh, dang. Too many Mountain Dews getting your throat. Hey, Ashley. Sputting what? Oh, in Pennsylvania 2 hours ago. Celebrate. Neon flash. Fly towards the ground very fast. Oh, you get to see a meteor go through. So cool. Super awesome. That's super awesome. What have you on tomorrow night? It looks like it's going to be cloudy. Looks like clouds are going to be coming and a little bit of rain here in Kansas City. So it's a good question. I'm not 100% sure yet. Oh, you're near Hershey? Nice. How cold the moon is? It gets really cold. Like the colder areas, like negative 400, negative 410 degrees. But the side that faces, can talk about it, when the sunlight's coming around it and it's illuminated, it gets about like 240, 250 degrees roughly. And then as the shadow comes around, it drops down to about like negative 220, negative 230 degrees Fahrenheit. Near 3 Miles Island. Nuclear plant. Oh, that's crazy. That's super crazy. Any views on 3i Atlas? Not from my observatory yet. You had snow this morning, Joe? No. It says that mission catch everything we're in distant birth. Can you see evidence of man with the land-based telescope? I can hit the laser reflectors, but can you see anything? Not with my equipment. You gotta have something really powerful. Like I don't have like super powerful equipment like that. This rig here is about $1,600. Roughly about $1,600 for this telescope. Do you think it's hollow? I do not. Trying to find her? Maybe. Maybe. You missed the snow, Christina? Dang. In 3 weeks, got video evidence. That's super cool, actually. That's really cool. Possible, at all. What's that, Nick? I must have missed something. I think I missed something up there. What was your question? You have to retype it. I'm sorry. Take your snow. I don't want no snow. Y'all keep that stuff. Think there's any base up there? Not that we've seen. Are you keeping warm? I am. Tonight's not too bad. Honestly, not bad tonight at all. Yeah, the mods are amazing. We have really amazing mods. Without them, this would be tough. You want the snow, Jenny? Jenny will take all the snow you all send her. See evidence with the land-based telescope. Oh, I got what you're saying. Let me go back up to the last one you just said. Is it possible at all? You need like a half-mile wide telescope. You'd have to look up angular resolution and do something that's 3 foot by 5 foot at the distance of 238,900 miles away, which is the average distance to the moon. And then you got to see how big does your optics have to be able to see something like that far away. But if you really want to look, they'll look at Japan, India, Russia, China. They all took photographs of stuff up there. At least you can kind of see kind of what other countries were seeing of the objects that are up there. Short lecture I'm never seen. I appreciate it. Slip, thank you. See your house right there? Dang. Pioneering here, yeah. What's the weirdest thing that I've ever seen people in my chat? Do you think any rain on the moon as sun goes around it? It does not. There is no weather on the moon besides solar winds that blow through. I am. Yep, I'm inside the control room, inside the observatory. I'm trying to 3 scopes working together. Make one huge scope. They kind of do. That's a good question. So there's a design to that, but you still have to do the angular resolution based off of the optics when you put them together. What that is, I don't know. I mean, I've never used one, so I don't know how they actually work. It is dry on the moon, yeah. Just solar winds are blowing through. Zoom past the alien base. Oh no. 2 hawks fighting over in front of the daytime moon in 2023. Oh, that's crazy, Dobbs. That's really cool. That's really cool. That's super awesome. Hawks are awesome. I won't lie. Like, watching the hawks are just interesting. Like, super interesting. So, let's see here. How are we looking as far as, like, the auroras right now? There's water on the moon. That is correct. Go look into it? Sweet. Love watching the moon cookies. Nice. The moon is amazing. Really is amazing. 100s are below 0 in craters. Yeah, some of the impact craters like on the South Pole, and some on the North as well, but you see it more on the South Pole. It's about negative 410 degrees below on Fahrenheit. Where the clouds, you see a little bit of clouds here. Circling your 15-pound dog outside? Yeah, that'd be crazy. Of course, who has a 15-pound dog? I should be a puppy. It's weird to say 15-pound dog. I should be a puppy. A mouse tried to run away from 2 birds fighting over. Ooh. Dang. That video capability. Oh, would have been an awesome capture. It really would have been. Honestly, that would have been. That'd have been really cool. I like the amount of impact craters here on the South Pole side of the moon. There's a sheer volume of impacts. For the widest, deepest crater, there is Atkin Basin. Atkin Basin is the widest and deepest impact crater on the moon. About 100 below for like 3 minutes. Dang, that's crazy. That is really crazy. And what's my favorite dinosaur? Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. Like, I have a hard time with favoritism, to be honest. Like, I have a really hard time with favoritism. Favorite detail of the moon that you observed with your scope? Ooh. That's tough. I think that comes back to the same thing. I have a hard time with favoritism. I really do. I find, like, for me, I like to live in the moment. Those things that I see, I truly, like, enjoy. I try to enjoy that moment. Just didn't come back down. You have a hard time favorites as well. Yeah, I really do. Honestly, I do. Other craters that we see approximately, the average is about 20 miles. There's a lot of big ones here. Like the one on top right is 53 miles wide. But the average impact crater on the moon is about 20 miles roughly. But the Earth isn't. There's a lot of different things going on why the Earth doesn't. We have an atmosphere burns things up when it goes through. We have sediment changes like our weather, for example. Earth is always changing. Things are always changing here. Collision with Earth. See, it was a catastrophic. What's that? Must have missed something there. Look like there's water up there. It's our atmosphere. We're looking through our atmosphere, which has a lot of moisture. Hi, Phil. Good evening, bud. How you doing? There's a song for every occasion. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You might be living in a simulation. You might be. Doesn't mean we are. Not looking too good as far as the KP index goes. Not looking the greatest yet. Have its own gravity pull? It does. It's about a sixth of the gravity of what we have here. Would we be able to float or jump higher up there? Yeah, there's about a sixth of the gravity on the moon compared to what we have here on Earth. You think they should rename the moon? I love the name Moon. I think it's beautiful. Moon is a gorgeous name. Any speculators mostly made cheese? Nope. Headshot. Ooh. Spamming in caps. Luna would be the Spanish term for it, or Latin term if you want to go that way. Moon's a strange name. What would I name it? I'd just keep it Moon. I like Moon. Yeah, Luna is the Latin name for it. Moon, Mon, Luna. Just, Moon for Monday. Luna for Lunas. Yep. Moon's the English name for Luna. Luna being the Latin name. Lunas for Luna, yep. Monday, Lunas. 6 times higher. Lower. There's 6, like, when we go there, it's a sixth of the gravity. Not 6 times, but a sixth of the gravity. For example, like if you're 180 pounds here, then you'd be like 30 pounds on the moon. What are the craters? They're different ages. Most of it comes from the Great Bombardment period, though. But they're different ages. Your cousin's first name, or first word was Moon. That's so cool. Am I tired yet? A little bit. Definitely a little bit tired. The commercial going to have an infinite impact on culture if we let it. Yeah. Point the commercial is to say it's not cheese, so we didn't go back for years. No reason to go back if it's not cheese. Which period? What was that? You hit the like button so much as falling for the force. It rotates. The moon does rotate. Hi Rachel, good evening. How are you? I think the moon is made from Earth after collision. That is correct. That is the leading scientific theory that we have. The best understanding that we have. What's the planet again? Grew up with it being a regular dwarf planet. That's a dwarf planet. When you're talking about, are you talking about, I guess it's way outside the subject. I must have missed something earlier. I assume you're talking about Pluto. A single meteor impact? Yes, there is. There are videos of impacts on the moon. Pluto. Yeah, okay. I got you. Why haven't we been back to the moon? We have gone back to the moon. We went 5 more times after the first time. Yeah, there's definitely live videos of the moon being impacted. Yeah, geosynchronous orbit around us. That's correct. Yeah, it would be really awesome to get to see the far side. Are you able to see any other planets? We are. Is the moon like our protector from impacts? Honestly, no. The things that impacted it already is a good thing those were impacted there because they're no longer here, right? But at the end of the day, no. I mean, I wouldn't call it a protector as much as it did take away quite a bit of stuff that could have impacted us, but I wouldn't call it a protector at that point. Not like it just goes and gobbles up stuff that tries to come at us. Two days until the big day. Oh, no way, Rachel. I'm sure you're excited for that. 9 years of impacts from the same rocks. Is that what you mean? There's a couple million years of impacts from the same rocks. That is there what you mean? I must have missed something there. What? Hi, Bea. Good evening. Moon have a lot of impact craters. It doesn't have an atmosphere. It doesn't have sediment changes. That's why we see a lot. But similar to Earth, we had a lot of impact craters as well. Not as much as the moon obviously does, and we have sediment changes here on Earth from like the different things that happen inside of our atmosphere, right? So like rain, for example. Now the coyotes are starting to do their noise. Sure, I got the rest of the questions up here. The coyotes out tonight. Yako can be there. Give you away. I hope he's able to make it. Same rate that it orbits Earth is called synchronization rotation. That's a reason why the same time. That is correct. Absolutely. Video maybe 2011 crash satellite into the moon on purpose. A lot of different things happen. I don't know the specific on 2011, but like for example, one not too long ago would have happened with Shoemaker, scientist Shoemaker on him. Do you think the moon generates its own light? I do not. There's no evidence of that at all. Something were to land on the crater. We see it right now. Like, it'd have to be massive to be able to see it on the moon. Like, it's hard to put in perspective here, but like, for example, that dark mass right here in the center, that's about the size of Texas. So imagine if we're looking at Texas from this perspective, right, this point of view, something's gonna have to be really big right there to be able to see it. Yeah, Shoemaker himself, not Levi though. Scientist Shoemaker is up there. Crazy eye video. Cool story. AI wishes it could be like this. Hi, Bradley. Bradley said hi, y'all. Bradley said hello. Anyone actually see anything out by the moon? Honestly, no. I do this often, never see anything out there. Was there a telescope named after Kepler? Ooh, Kepler. I'm trying to think I think there was a probe named after Kepler. Honestly, I'm trying to think with my mind right now. I think there was a probe named after Kepler, if I remember right. We had Supermoon on the 5th, and it was awesome. That's awesome, Andrew. That's super awesome. DJ, what's up, brother? How you doing? I'm gonna land on the other side then. That we can't see. That is correct. No one landed on the far side of the moon. Hi, Muddy. Good evening. How are you doing? Lots of Kepler named planets. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that. Going back to the moon, like, not base there yet. Obviously, financial reasons, right? Is one of the main things. But Artemis 2 will go back that way probably here in the next few years. You'll see Artemis 2 swing around the moon, not land on the moon. They'll have people on it. And then Artemis 3 eventually will land on the moon itself. Transit planet, that's right. Transit planet finder, that's correct. That's right. Kepler is amazing. Like, for example, third law of Kepler is one of the best things. If you ever want to understand, like, orbits, then Kepler's third law is absolutely awesome to understand. Does the other side of the moon ever show part of it? So we see about 59% of the moon. But we see a little bit of the far side, roughly. That sounds like it had been laid down over 2 million years on the same rock. A molten core like Earth. No, it has an iron core. Like, obviously we have an iron core here, but whether there's any molten lava on the outside of that iron core, we don't know. Is the moon, is this a live capture of the moon? It is, yeah. That's a live view of it. What's the moon sound like? Nothing. There's no molecules in the up enough, high enough where you can actually hear anything. Doing so much trouble getting back to the moon. It's been 50 years ago. Right. I mean, we went back like 5 more times, 6 times in total, and just really expensive. But the biggest problem is you changed up when we got the International Space Station, which did a lot of scientific research. They changed up from the Saturn rockets over to the Space Shuttle program. So things were a little bit more focused on the ISS for the huge part. Are there pictures of the other side? There are. Luna 3 took the first photos of the far side back in the 1950s, but then you can also, like modern day, we look at the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter photos. Notion in the far, far past. It was not. It was basically a molten rock in the far, far past. Color made of metal. No, it's not hollow. There's a iron core. Oh, that's back then. Oh, yeah. That's true. That is so true. Refrigerators do not last at all nowadays. Yeah. Let's see a base put on the moon for some deep rock mine. That'd be pretty well. A charge gun. Okay, Lori, sounds good. Absolutely. I'll play Elder Scrolls. Oh, that's cool. As in Discovery and Vastness. Underwater similar to space event. Honestly, no. There's a huge difference. Like, it's easier to observe above, obviously. Up to the point of what we can observe. Underwater, that's a whole different thing. Obviously, you can't just point a telescope underwater and start looking around. You know, the moon, how we could utilize it. There's a little bit. You can also find a little bit of it too, but like it'd be really expensive, so it'd be pointless. Hey, the sun would just go poof, evaporating right before the sun is much bigger. That's correct. It'd just crush it. Implode, better yet. It would just, yeah, it would just keep collapsing in on itself. That's all it'd do. Are you able to look at and do you usually have planned for? We do. All the planets in our solar system we can enjoy. A lot of times, like for example, in the next few nights we'll be watching Saturn. Saturn will be what we view quite often. And then we go to Jupiter as well, sometimes Neptune, sometimes Uranus. Those are the 4 planets that we typically see. Amber, what's up, Amber? How you doing? Good evening to you. Try to get some moonstone. More clarify, get some. I'm not too sure what you mean there. An important figure in the history of the science proves astronomy and space are absolutely cool. Amber, good evening. The moon and the moon, there's a full Earth. Yeah. Phasor offset, ain't that awesome? Glass like, and you can make room. Amber ruined our Aurora Borealis, just so y'all know. Calling her out. Todd, good evening. How are you doing? How sure they hit the moon? I've never captured one myself. You didn't see any base on there? I never have. Everyone knows the moon is made of cheese. Duh. Having a great night. Definitely having a great night. Hopefully you're having a good night and work's going well for you. Oh, you're welcome. Tickets, absolutely. Distant north to south of the moon, the same as USA, coast to coast. So it's about the size of the United States when we talk about the moon. Chinese went to the dark side of the moon. Stop denying it, Chinese. What do you mean? Stop denying. Like I never said anything about Chinese at all tonight. Like you're the first one to bring up Chinese. What the heck are you talking about? What would the universe mean? I don't know. I don't have a clue. I've never passed on. Can you hear the howling? Yeah, that's Amber in the background. That's just Amber out in the background right now. I called it out. That's just Amber. Let's see. Let me turn off the music. Oh yeah, listen to him. I've never watched Wi-Fi stuff. Who's Amber, your dog? Dang, I'm talking about Amber in chat. Let me pull her up here. It's a dog in you. Oh, okay. I don't hear him now. I can hear all the semis on the interstate. Let's take a look out real quick. Get the right camera. Oh, Ryan. Wispy, wispy clouds. No, I just turned off the music so we could hear him. But I don't hear him now. You hear the music? Yeah. The moon's meeting the Seven Sisters. Let's go that way. It's a lot of clouds. Crazy clouds. Hey Mo, welcome back. Alright, get back to the moon. The sensors will make awesome music, yeah. Just jumping around all night with that mount. This is the new lens on that camera. You like it? Let me go back to it, of course. Keep it in the wrong camera. It's not bad. A lot of noise right now just because of how bright the, obviously how bright the moon is. Making everything. Oh, look at the, Pleiades right there on the right side. I do see beautiful Pleiades. Yeah, it's a really beautiful lens though. See through the clouds. We do. When they're this thin, obviously you can see through. You can still see stars. They're really, really thin. In the comments, I captured one earlier. I captured Swan, but it was kind of difficult to capture. The moon just was too bright. You have to be sure they are. Yeah, they definitely are. What I was hoping for was to capture the Northern Lights tonight, but Amber ruined it for us. She gave me bad news when it came to it. Yeah, it is. It is. It's just the noise this mount uses to let people know the mount's actually moving around. Yep. Any of those satellites from there. You can, but usually like an hour and a half to 2 hours before the sunrise, and then an hour and a half to a few hours after the sun sets, you make out a lot more of the satellites going through. More common. It's a singing mount, that is true. Definitely the singing mount. It's the moon's fault. I stole the moon, Amber. Who's moaning? Definitely hard to see the moon right now, though. Those clouds are definitely not being friendly. Blame it on the moon, that's right. That is right. Her magnetosphere on the moon, there's not. Silly, silly clouds. Let me go back to it again on this camera. Dang it. Keep clicking the wrong one. Let me go back to the moon real quick. Hey Krista, good evening. See Jupiter. It's still the moon, man. It is true. That is true. That's definitely true. For being clear skies, it doesn't look clear. Let's get a breathtaking picture of the aurora. Oh, a few weeks ago. Oh, no way. Appreciate the type of content. Yeah, I appreciate that. Honestly, thank you. This platform just brain rot. Yeah, I agree. And thank you so much. Thank you for the love and support. Truly appreciate you. I do appreciate you. Tap House moved in from the north here. Oh no. Are you gonna get any of the snow coming up or no, Dobbs? You'll be getting any of that snow? Are you gonna be halfway decent as far as everything goes? Getting a little bit more light, maybe we can see anything. No music in chat? Really? You can't hear anything? Shows there's music. Well, on the live? What the heck? It shows it playing. Let me reset it. Oh, in that view. Okay, I got you. But right now you do. I got you. I don't have it pulled over there. That makes sense. I got it. I got you. Unknown. Oh, okay. What about right now? No music right now. There hasn't been music since you joined? Really? What happened to our music? What about now? Anything? Looking at the moon. Beautiful moon tonight. Still no. Something Amber broke. Definitely Amber. I got sneeze though. Oh. Maybe. Phew. My goodness. Felt that coming. Alright, why do we not have music? No, it's not Bradley's fault tonight. It's definitely Amber. Where's our music? Now? Oh. I think I hear it. Or no? Yep, Amber did it, definitely. Oh, thanks, y'all. Thanks. Oh, Amber stopped spamming the chat. Dang. Always her fault. Northeast Oklahoma, Idaho. What's happening? Right now we're looking at clouds. Clouds are winning. They are winning. Me the dog, I'm the music. Still no music? What the heck? Like I see it coming through. Why it's not actually coming through is beyond me. Like I can see it. Let me mute it, unmute it. Track 1. Honestly, have no clue why it's not coming through. Oh, you can hear it? Barely hear it, but it's there. I got you. I see no music. It could be down a little bit, I guess. It's there now. Okay, cool. Awesome, awesome. South Cal, San Diego. Very low though. The moon totally deserves the attention. Is it loud enough now or no? Like it's super loud on my side. That is better. Okay, cool. You're welcome. Amber fixed it. My goodness. You deserve the attention now, Brad? I think so. You definitely do. I do agree. I agree with you. Come on, clouds, get out of the way. Orion's covered it up now. Wait for the Vandenberg launch? That'd be awesome. You can hear it? Okay, awesome. The mountain is jamming, yeah. Got clouds clearing up soon. I hope so. It was supposed to be clear already. See Jupiter trying to pop up over the trees. You can't hear any of the music? Where's the three? The three what? That techno? No, that's the mount. The mount itself makes noise as it's moving around just to let people know, hey, I'm moving. Be cautious. Be ready. Just in case for them, for sure. Yeah. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it clears right up. I haven't looked at the satellite yet, though, but it's supposed to be clear all night. That's just kind of what happens. Yeah, it does sound musical. Absolutely. Absolutely. Reminds you of Encounter the Third Kind. Sounds like a video game. It's so funny. Whenever we have Amber do something, she makes the same noise when she's walking around. Where am I at? Kansas City. You love the singing mount? It's a recording of Amber. It's just a recording of Amber, so whenever it moves around, it makes noises. It'd be so funny if you could put a person's voice on there. Moving, moving, moving. Man, that'd be so funny. That'd be crazy awesome. No upside down smileys. No, I can't read your emojis. Would you do that though? Would you make a recording so I can try to put it on the mount and we can play that? Moving, moving, moving. That'd be kind of fun. Pantsuit noise. Can't do with the Raspberry Pi. That's true. That is true. That is true. $100% no? Really? Dang. I really thought you'd agree to this, honestly. I like to move it, move it. There we go. Would you do that, Amber? Would you do the song, I like to move it, move it? Why is the moon blurry? We got clouds. Now you can hear the music. Awesome. Yeah, we got a little bit of clouds pushing through. We're approximately a mile located, Kansas City. Like the ISS. Yeah, we got a little bit of clouds, so kind of see the moon, but the clouds are making it kind of tough to see it as well. It's blurry because of clouds. Yes, Amber. Yes. Just say yes. For once, just say yes to something. Will we have Aurora tonight? No. My goodness. Will you make the noise of the mount sound cool? No. Upsetting. You don't have any clouds there, did you? Oh, you're in Lawrence, Kansas? Nice. My brother works down there at the KU. Clear there too. Want to go live? No. But no. Silly clouds. And when the clouds part, can I howl? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's so much fun to say no. If instead of I'm moving, rolling sound, it's a tripod horn for more of the roads. Dang. Are you expecting heavy fog in the morning? What good is Louisiana if it's doing all that? Hola, Billy. ¿Qué pasó, güey? No bueno, eh? Fog and clouds for over 10 nights? No. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Yep. Yuck would be a good point. Absolutely. Have a good night, Amber. Have an amazing night. Be safe. Hopefully you're keeping warm out there, by the way. Down pretty far south. The sun going crazy lately, yep. Unfortunately, Amber just made it, like, impossible to do anything. Yuck is not a word, bud. Yuck? Oh, yuck. Like, nasty. I'm well, Billy. I'm doing well. I am doing well. How about the Niners? Dang, Mac. Dang, dude. It's fun to say no, but it's better to say yes. I like it. Amber, the bringer of the clouds, yeah. And she also steals the moon, so sometimes she'll steal the moon from us. She brings clouds. She controls the auroras, apparently. Oh, you're welcome, Donnie. You're welcome. The Restaurant on the Moon. Let's hear it. Yep, stills the moon. Absolutely. It was nice, but no atmosphere. Good joke. Absolutely good joke. She must be very powerful. She thinks she is. For someone that's really short, she thinks she's powerful. You're craving a moon pie? Moon pie's cool. I don't mind moon pies. I don't think like they're the best snack, obviously, but they're not bad. Oh, look at that. Is that a clearing coming up? We're gonna get a little bit of a clearing coming up over here. Hi, Rodelio. How you doing? Good evening. The moon pies are alright. They're not like the best snack, but they're alright. They're definitely okay. There's a little bit of a clearing right there. Give us the moon. Give us the moon. Let's go check it real quick. See how it looks when it kind of passes up. Did it break up clouds now? Nice. The mount is jamming yet. Absolutely. Gonna get a nice view here again. There's bright night it is, yeah, absolutely. Zoom in more, no, we can't. Wait for it to clear up first, though. Just gotta wait for it to clear up. You're professional studying, nice. She's more like the explosion. Wow. That's funny. North Idaho, have you watched the Tom Hanks HBO series From Earth to the Moon? I have not. I actually have not seen it. I don't watch a lot of TV. I was for fix the dark side of the moon bases. I think you'd make more money than that if you found bases on the dark side of the moon. You'd definitely find a lot more. Where they leave from? Oh. About TV, We Are Too. What do you mean We Are Too? Is it a show? Or like a movie? Hi, Garrett. How you doing? Good evening. Acts like same, but different. same, but different. Yeah, absolutely. North Carolina. Hey, welcome in. Glad to have you. I'm over here in Missouri, by the way. We're located in Missouri, near Kansas City. If you want to know what the sky looks like right now, we got these little cloud puffs coming through. A little bit of clouds coming through here. We can come back over the moon a little bit more. Am I going the right way? Nope, going the wrong way. Go back towards the moon. That's what we're trying to observe and enjoy tonight. But the moon, it's a little cloudy above us right now. Just a little bit cloudy. Arkansas skies are the same. Dang. Salute to Missouri. Well, salute to Nebraska. And Oklahoma as well. And apparently Louisiana. Everybody got these clouds for some reason. So many silly clouds. Using your own telescopes. I do. I am. We got a new telescope coming in Monday, by the way, y'all. It's going to be awesome. The new telescope will do some crazy views of like stuff like Andromeda, like the Great Orion Nebula. It's going to do an amazing job on those. Sky's clear there in South Cal. Can you send us your sky? Like peekaboo? Maybe. Perhaps. Perhaps. When we get the new telescope, I'm going to be playing the cloud tax most likely. That happens. It does happen. Tennessee, hey, welcome in, Tracy. Glad to have you. Definitely glad to have you. I'll see the airplane up on the top. Airplane flying through. Can't wait to see the new scope in action. It's going to be really fun. It'll be really fun. Where's CI Atlas at? It's not above the horizon for me. On the plane, I wish. It's hard to keep up with airplanes with the type of zooms that we have with the telescope. Caldwell 22. Let me look up Caldwell 22 real quick. The blue snowball. I want to see where it's actually located. NGC 7662. There we go. It's a round flat disc. Well, some people say that about you. Except they forget to put the S in front of the K. Have you used your telescope to spy? Spy on what? Like planets? Moon? Other than that, still, I honestly don't see any in this view. And I think I've seen a few earlier though. I'm not seeing any in that view. Or is that the moon? This is the moon. This is a view of the sky with the moon in it. I'm just kind of watching the clouds they go through. Yeah, it's the moon that we're trying to feel. Yep, just the moon. Just the moon with some clouds. You see what else we got going on here. Jupiter's trying to get above the tree lines. Orion is finally above the tree lines. Billy. Dang, Billy. Ordinary person still in the house. What's up, bud? Oh, you're throwing out a bunch of glasses. Oh, gotcha. Dang. The bot took you as like spamming. All right, Christopher. Have a good night, brother. Watching the chat. Oh, I got you. I get you. Best bud never. Thank you so much for the flower. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Always focus on the edge of the moon. Why not? You want to focus in the center of the moon? My bad. Didn't know you want to look at the center of the moon. There you go. My bad. La Bella Luna. See. That better for you? You're welcome. Absolutely. Absolutely. You are welcome. There's just not much. See, what you look for when you're looking at the moon, you want the terminator line. You want the terminator line because you get a lot more crispy views where the shadow effect comes through the impact craters. And so you can see a lot more details, obviously. Otherwise, it's just all washed out. Can't see too much of the details. And it went from 150 viewers to 500 at the end. It was nuts. Yeah. Yeah, it happens. When you get into the southeast, where should I start with what equipment? Do you have a pair of binoculars or no? Roman. My name's Roman. Is this going to get any better or no? Who ordered the clouds? Went full for about 7 minutes. You had to mention this yesterday. Yeah, so obviously everything's moving, right? And think about it this way. You ever seen like a total solar eclipse or like a total lunar eclipse? You did with your new scope? They're complimented there? Oh. I figured it happens after you get the equipment though, no? Like if you pay cloud tax before, that's okay. Alright, so when you think about the total eclipse, think about the time period that you see it in. And what you're seeing there is that moment of fullness, right? It appears full to us though. When we talk about like a full moon, it appears full for us for 2.5 days roughly. But if you truly were to check the edges, you'll notice that it's only full for a short period. And then on the opposite side, you start to see the shadow effects coming through. But it's only truly full for upwards 7-8 minutes on our perspective. But hey, if you can pay cloud tax before getting the equipment, I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. Nothing wrong with that idea. Get it out of the way, that's right. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing, Rachel. Everything's just moving in the universe, and same here locally. Everything's just on the move, so you only get that really short period, but it does appear full to us with like our eyes when we look at the moon itself. What stage full? We're not. We're now in waning phase of the moon. Yeah, literally, absolutely. Jacob from Oregon, on the way. Welcome in, bud. How you doing? How's your night? Go back and look at the moon real quick. Decent view right now. Decent view of the moon again. How's the skies in Oregon? Tycho! Doing better now you found this? I'm glad to have you. Mostly glad to have you in here. Definitely glad to have you in. Raining? Dang it, man. I think we're going to be getting rain here in Kansas City here quickly. Look at the weather again. Tonight looks clear up till about 11 o'clock, and then, yeah, then the rain starts moving in on Saturday morning. So Saturday is going to be tough. Tonight's going to be like maybe, a maybe-ish idea. Next week looks decent, though. Sunday is really, really cold here. Like, it gets in the 20s here in Kansas City this weekend. It gets really cold. But starting Monday, it's going to be like lower 20, in the lower 20s, but it'll be clear. Partly cloudy Tuesday, clear Wednesday, partly cloudy Thursday, clear Friday. So this week looks like it'll be kind of fun. Looks like a good week. But I want a telescope. I hope you get one, Jacob. Yeah, telescopes are a lot of fun, dude. They can be a lot of fun for sure. 27 degrees Monday AM down here. Yeah, it's a 21 here, dude. It's just too cold, man. It's way too cold. I'm not ready for any of that stuff. That's way too cold. I gotta stop that idea. We need to definitely send that to Jenny. Thanks, Jacob. I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate that. I think you'll love what we do here. It's all about astronomy. Astronomy, a few crazies in the chat, but for the most part, most people are really awesome here on the YouTube side. I truly enjoy it. We're high on Monday. It was 75 today. It'll be 73 tomorrow. Dang. Yeah, dang, that's crazy, dude. Let's see if we can see Jupiter real quick. You want to try? I want to see if we can see Jupiter. I can see it right there. Let's see what will happen here. Maybe align us better on the moon, per se. Let me move us closer to the center of the moon on our other view. I'm going to line up the scope. It's not awesome. Ah, dang, dude. Hi, Mika. How you doing? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Jacob. Absolutely. Alright, let's try it. Y'all want to try it? Try some Jupiter. It's going to be still behind the trees a little bit in the telescope view. But let's try it real quick. A little bit clearing, so we'll see what happens. 3, 2, 1, and wee! On our way. See if we can find it. A little bit more brightness. Quite a bit more brightness. Getting closer, and should be coming in. I'm not seeing anything at all yet. Get a little bit more brightness. Oof. Let me spin around in circles here real quick and see if we can see it. Let me know if y'all see like a bright little ball fly through. Oh, I'm seeing it. definitely seen a Jupiter. Got the moons ready? Sweet. We'll see if we can make out moons behind the tree. It's going to be way behind the tree still for the telescope view. I got to sneeze one. Me and Mac are to play the Wii sound. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Ooh. Look, I'm going to sneeze, but so far good. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see it right now. The clouds are still way too thin. Or too thick for even Jupiter. And we're losing it. No! How'd it look again on the camera? Oh yeah, they're coming right in on it. Silly clouds. Silly clouds. Honestly, we may be pretty much to the end of the live because I've been waiting for these clouds to go and they're just not happening. Hey, Grove City, yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah, these are thick clouds too. Oh my goodness. Not reassuring at all. Maybe we'll call it a day or call it a night. Hopefully tomorrow night we'll have a little bit of time to go. This night for me, yep. 12:57 a.m. But hopefully tomorrow night we'll have a little bit of time to stream. At some point the clouds will roll in on us. Hopefully things go well. And then Saturday night looks like it's going to be raining. So we'll have to see how things go on Saturday as well. Clouds illusions, you recall? Yeah. But night, that's awesome, dude. That's super awesome. Yeah, I don't even see Jupiter now in that scope. Sure, thick clouds. Alright, y'all. Have a good night. Have a super awesome night. And tomorrow night. Absolutely. See y'all later. Cheers, guys. Good night, y'all.